That's about as American as it gets, bro.
It's American.
Is this thing on?
Check 1 2 1 2.
It's fucking crazy.
They're invincible, indestructible, and he's living for like 10,000 years.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hunt for Greatness podcast.
Alright, we're on air, brother.
You gonna do your intro? You got that?
Yeah, I'll actually put this music on whenever I edit it.
Okay.
We're on the Hunt for Greatness podcast. I got Charles Ozuna on the podcast, boy. Can you hear me in there?
Oh, 100%.
Can you hear yourself?
Yep.
Perfect, dude. You want to keep that thing about a tongue length from your mouth.
All right.
As long as you don't have like a foot-long tongue, bro.
I wasn't even thinking about that. Thanks for putting that in my head. I'm here eating like Chick-fil-A. I'm like, I just don't want to get any sauce on his mic. And he's like, yeah, just make sure you don't have a foot-long tongue. Like,
Dude, look at all them sauces, boy. You got them things lined up, son.
I don't play, man. Like, listen, everybody knows.
Dude.
The one thing I like about Chick-fil-A, though, man, is that they don't charge you for sauces, dude. Like, you ever been? He's gonna take a picture. Go for it.
I got to, dude.
You ever been like, you think about it, McDonald's and Burger King now? Like back in the day, you would get, can I get sweet and sour and barbecue? Yeah, sure. And they give you one of each, or sometimes they give you a mixed bag. And I remember back in the day, they would just put their hand in and just throw it in the bag. You get 4 or 5. Where now
They charge you 25 cents, dude.
Well, first of all, I don't eat fast food. I try to be very healthy, health conscious. So, and at the same time, I'm paying student loans, dude. So I'm like, let me make my own lunch. I'm just trying to eat healthier, and my body feels it. So eating this Chick-fil-A, bro, is for you, dude, because I haven't eaten fast food in like months, man.
Well,
I mean,
I guess
a long
if
time.
you're gonna do it, man, you might as well do Chick-fil-A.
Yes.
That's the good Lord's chicken nuggets right
dude,
there, homie.
how funny is this though? So, what do you think is the healthiest fast food?
Not Taco Bell for sure. That's probably the worst. That's probably the most unhealthy. The healthiest fast food.
Mm-hmm. I know. It's like an oxymoron.
It depends on what you order, dude. But I feel like if you got grilled nuggets from Chick-fil-A, I mean that's healthy. But I don't know, dude.
So, if we take Chick-fil-A out of the equation, the healthiest one is Wendy's, according to studies.
What?
Yeah.
How, dude?
But well, think about it like this. Have you been to Wendy's?
A long time ago.
Okay.
It's been. I don't really eat fast food either.
Right.
I'll eat Chick-fil-A sometimes, and then maybe Cookout once in a blue moon.
I haven't had Cookout yet.
I love Cookout.
I know
dude.
people are like, dude, are you really from the South? I'm like, man, I haven't even been here a full year. Like, take it easy. Tell me where to go.
You've
then.
had Bojangles, right?
Yeah, but I don't know.
No?
Nah, I've been to Bojangles. Yeah, no.
But you don't like it.
Nah, man. I'm like, listen, I'd rather make my own chicken than go to Bojangles, number one. 2, I don't eat fried chicken
Absolutely.
anymore. I eat chicken. Hold on. People be like, what? I go, I just don't eat fried chicken.
Fried
All that
chicken's
oil.
so bad for you, dude.
That's why I don't do it. I'm like, I do baked chicken. I make my own stuff at home.
He says this while he's eating fried chicken.
Because, yeah.
You really sacrificed yourself to come over here and do this podcast. You're sacrificing your health right now, bro.
Hey, man, listen, one isn't going to kill me, though. It's
Nah.
not like I'm doing this. It's April, and it's my first time I had fast food in months. So how about this? This is my
That's
first
dope,
time in
that's dope.
2019. I'm like, do you
Damn,
remember the first
boy.
time you had fast food in 2019? I'm like, yeah. I was doing a podcast with Alex, man.
Dude, that's
right
awesome.
on his wall with like 7 sauces. What? I'm like, yeah.
Oh, it's documented
It's
forever
like,
now,
I
son.
relapsed just one time. You know, like I was slapping my veins. Like, yo, man, can I get an extra honey mustard, please? Like, come on.
Dude, that's what dude, honestly, there should be, we've talked about this on the podcast before, but there should be a Chick-fil-A boot camp for every single other fast food restaurant out there, dude. They need to get their shit together, bro.
You know, it is too, is that people get too caught up with the things behind it. Like, the one thing, and I respect them for it, but they make a killing if they were open on Sundays.
Yeah, but they don't want to compete with the good Lord baby Jesus, sir.
Which is smart, because here's the deal. You don't open on Sunday. Your food is good. So what are you going to do? You're going to make darn sure you're there on Saturday. Like, no, dude.
Yeah.
What time they close? 11. Dude, it's 10:40. It's like 2 minutes away. No. Let's go now. Because let it be 10:54. You're like, dude, we're screwed.
Yeah.
It's too far away. I'm not going to be able to eat. This sucks. So supply and demand.
I can't tell you how many times back in the day it was a Sunday, and I'm like, I want Chick-fil-A. And then my mom would be like, it's Sunday. And I'm like, no. They don't want to compete with baby Jesus, dude, because they would blow church members out of the water, son. Every church member in America would go to Chick-fil-A after they got out of church, dude.
Well, here's the deal, though. What's coming up this next week?
Easter, right?
Yeah.
Is it Easter?
Yeah, but though it's closed on Sunday, but I'm pretty sure they're still going to be open on Good Friday.
Ooh.
So
you think they will be?
I'm thinking.
I'm thinking, know, dude.
Or they may do a half-day thing. They may be like, hey, we're closing early for Good Friday. I don't know. If they're closed on Friday, good on them.
Dude, my son's daycare is closed on Good Friday.
Yeah, it's a holiday.
Yeah.
It's recognized.
Yeah.
So they shut it all down. Fine by me. 3-day weekend, man.
Oh, are you shut down too at the school, huh?
Yeah, all schools, all there.
Damn, I don't remember that when I was in school, dude.
Shoot, I do, man.
I don't remember them shutting down.
Nice little 3-day weekend, man.
Yeah.
We enjoyed that.
Oh,
but
for
not all
sure.
schools do that, depending on where you're from, too, because some schools, they give you more. So, for those of you in the podcast, I used to teach, right, in New Jersey. I taught in Atlantic City. Atlantic City is a really heavy Muslim community. So there were other holidays I didn't know about that I was getting off. And no school today on Tuesday. I'm like, why? What the hell? What's today?
Yeah.
And they would say something there, and I'm like, oh, they're like, yeah, it's a Muslim holiday. I'm like, fine by me. I'm like, I don't identify, but you best believe I'm sleeping in. I'm taking advantage, man. I was waking up to freaking Sports Center making pancakes, happy as heck at 8:30, 9 o'clock. Like, yeah, I'm like, yes.
You're like, Mecca is that way. Thank you.
I'm like,
ting.
Yeah, man. I'm like, yes. Go back. It's like midweek. That's the best, When people are like, what day do you want off? Everybody always says Friday, but not for nothing. I like having a nice Tuesday off, if you think about it.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, oh, hump day. I'm like, no. This is why Tuesday's the sweet spot. Because you figure you have the weekend off, right? But you're only coming in for one day.
Yeah.
So you're not stressed on Monday.
Then you only got 3 days left.
That's it.
After
People
that.
come in on Monday like, dag, I got a whole week. You come in on Monday knowing Tuesday's not, you're like, you know what? I'm going to coast. I'm not going to be pissed. If somebody gets me upset, if I'm working in school districts, I'm like, if this kid's really getting on me, I'm like, you know what? Now I'm going to let you get away with that, buddy. Why? Because I ain't got to deal with you tomorrow. I just got to deal with you for a few more hours. You go your way. I'm going home, and then that's it. I ain't got to worry about you. And then by the time Wednesday comes around, I'm like, all right, I'm going to give you 3 full days. Then let's go at it. Because with each day, you're getting more pressed. And then by Friday, you're like, yo, man, thank God it's Friday, because if I had to do one more day, I might lose my job by strangling you, little buddy.
Dude, what if it was always? I think it should be you work 4 days and you're off 3 days. Like for everybody. Who came up with that? Work 5, off 2. Oh,
that happened. Don't quote me on the year, but I believe it was 1911 when they institutionalized public school and high schools. So it was implemented so that kids could get an education, because it wasn't all on trade. Because you figure 1911, institutions are coming up, so it's like, are you a scholar? Were you considered rich enough so you could go to the Harvards, the Yale? Because there wasn't that many, and they were becoming junior colleges that ended up becoming state colleges and universities. So once that happened, there was money there.
Yeah,
and it was heavily populated by men. And then little by little, women took over because it was seen as a woman's job.
Yeah.
So who were the teachers? Women were. However, until you got to university levels, it's seen as established and professional. So
it's
all the men were
still
professors.
like that, though.
Well,
I mean, it just seems like there's more men professors than women.
Oh, yeah.
Just
at that level, 100%.
Yeah.
100. Dude, my study, my last, I was graduating at my master's. I did a study on black and brown teachers in the state of New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, in the entire country, less than 2% of the teaching population are dudes of color.
Really?
That's 1.86.
And that's like grade school, or that's everything? College, grade school.
No, not college. That's K through 12.
8. Oh, 8. Okay.
K through 8. And then so K through 12, 2%. K through 8,
dude.
K through 8 is 1.86%.
Wow. Dude, that's unbelievable.
Because, yeah, it definitely is. But at the same time, you're thinking about it, well, why? There's so many factors. Like, one, depending on what state you're in, like teachers, man, in certain states, they get paid. With my Chick-fil-A off, they get paid terribly, man.
Yeah.
You know, like New Jersey is one of the best states for salaries for teachers.
Really?
Yeah. Like, I told the teacher how much I made. So it was funny. I had in Wake County. I forgot the district, but it was a principal from Wake County who was trying to recruit me because she was like, "Oh, you did broadcast and stuff like that." I was like, "Yeah. I spent some time working at NBC at one point. Blah blah blah." Oh, I've got this new program. We're looking for a high school teacher to teach that. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, cool. I'm like, well, what's the salary base? And she was like, anywhere between 38 to 43. I was like, are you kidding me? I was like, dude, I was at 53 in Jersey. I'm like, there's no wonder people ain't surviving out here.
Yeah.
You're not paying and then they're doing more than 40 hours a week.
53 is mad decent. I mean, just as far as like, but the cost of living in Jersey is probably a little more too.
A little more.
A lot more, huh?
New Jersey has the highest state property tax.
So it really kind of all balances out though, if you think about it, because down here it's a little more cheaper to live.
Yeah, but you're still, for teachers, you're not vesting them in. You're not giving them enough because.
No, I agree with you 100%.
Like,
I'm just saying in general, like.
Oh hell yeah! Because I bought, for example, I bought my own supplies.
You can adjust that.
Yeah.
If you want to lean back, you can
I
pull
bought
it.
my own supplies and whatnot, and there were times I'm like, dude, I was buying my own, snacks. I was buying erasers. I was buying a whole bunch of stuff, and it's like, I was okay because I was a single dude. My apartment didn't cost a lot. I was very frugal. I wasn't buying a bunch of ish.
Yeah.
Where there's, once you're vested in New Jersey, the one thing is that, as you keep going, they pay you more. Here, they don't do that. Certain
So you
states
never get
do.
raises here or something?
Not yearly. It's like you got to do 5-6 years.
Really?
Yeah. It's terrible in certain states, man. Like,
Is it the government that makes it like
it's a
that?
state.
or-
It's a state. It's a
Like-
state government. It's not like national.
Yeah.
And then it's getting worse now because you got that DeVos lady. I say her name wrong on purpose.
Yeah, I don't know.
Secretary
I don't
of
know enough
Education.
about it.
She's cutting funding like crazy. She's cutting special needs funding. I'm like, wait a minute, dude.
Like for what though?
Like, so imagine a kid who's handicapped. Imagine a kid who has autism. Imagine a kid who has a learning disability, and they're cutting funding there.
Yeah, but why is what I'm saying. Where's the
It's
money
terrible,
going? Where's the
bro.
money going?
It's going out because we're in a freaking
How can
deficit.
anything be more important than that? Than education of children?
Man, talk to the fat cats up top. They don't think about that, man. Here it is. I say it like this, not to be funny
Keep it
but messed
real,
up,
dude.
but
Keep it raw.
it's just like no. Let's think about it like this. Like right now, I just had Chick-fil-A, man, at the comfort, like quickly.
Yeah.
Right. I have the money to buy Chick-fil-A. We're sitting in your apartment on a soft couch, freaking fan on, right? And guaranteed, there's two guys, similar ages as us, exact same age as us, in another country, struggling, sitting on a damn tree stump. No sneakers,
In the heat.
no shoes.
In the desert.
You know what I'm saying? Or you go South America, they're just sitting there. Or you go to Caribbean, go to Mexico, you go to Asia, there's just people struggling.
Even in America too.
Yes,
Right
even
here in our
even our
backyard.
own backyard.
Yeah.
The only difference is there's more opportunity or availability to certain resources
Right.
here. But yeah, and they're struggling. But here it is, honestly. How often throughout the day are you thinking about that?
Not a lot.
Dude,
Not
there
a
are
lot.
days I'm not thinking about it at all.
Yeah.
Why? Not because I don't care. I'm like, damn, I'm thinking about what I got to do for the day. I'm like, all right, I gotta get this done. I gotta get that done. I have a presentation. I gotta meet with students at this time.
Right.
I gotta do with that. I gotta do with this. I gotta do laundry. I gotta get my food. I gotta prep. I'm going to the gym. I gotta make sure I got a doctor's appointment. I'm thinking about all that stuff. So, unfortunately, the last thing on my mind sometimes is how somebody else is doing.
Yeah.
In the sense, like how somebody else is doing outside of my community or outside of my state or outside of my country. Do I think about it? Yeah. Do I help where I can? Oh, of course, man. Like I think there's nothing greater, man, than being able to be a servant, dude. Like having that servant's heart, like they say, like, Jesus, man, you gotta have a servant's heart. I'm like, yo, for real. You can't do it all the time in the sense where you gotta take care of yourself or you gotta take care of your family if you have that responsibility. But certain people up top, man, they don't care, man.
Yeah. Well, selfishness a lot of the times got them to the place that they are.
Yeah, and
so that selfish mentality is kind of ingrained in some of those people.
And we've all had moments, man. I've been selfish my times, man.
Yeah. I think humans are inherently selfish, somewhat.
Right.
Like I feel like the selfishness is always there in a lot of people.
Yeah.
Some people are just totally unselfish.
And I, you know what? So I try not to be, man. I'm like, I
like
give
that.
where
I
I
like that.
can. You know, I think the most powerful word, well, I should say words, no, and I can. I don't like I can't. I used to be like, yo, can't is not in my vocabulary. Lose is not in my vocabulary. I'm like, because once you start saying can't, once you start saying lose, you're already putting it out there.
Right.
And it's like, well, then I'm setting myself up for failure. No,
Yeah.
bump that. Nah, man. I'm like, all right, I can. I
Yeah.
will. I must. Let's see. How can I do this?
I feel like you're the type of person that would. Here's how I am, and I feel like we're similar in this aspect as far as like, if somebody comes to me, like, this actually happened today. One of my best friends came to me and he was like, dude, I think I want to do powerlifting, man. And he's strong. And he's like, he's built well and he works out all the time. I'm like, dude, you should do it. Because if you get old and you look back and you realize that you didn't do that, you're going to regret that
you're gonna be
forever.
Oh, man.
But like, I try to encourage people when they say, like,
Yeah.
if some, like, I'm like, I want to start a podcast. Like, there was one person, at least one person, probably more than that were like, you should do it. And I'm like, yeah.
Support your dream,
And like
100%.
stand up, dude. I was scared to death to do that. Like so scared. And it was just like
And you hit it out the park your first time, bro.
decent. I did good for the first time for sure. I appreciate that. Thank you, man.
I think
Thank you. I
if
appreciate
if
that.
you collect like everybody's first times, there's some people who bombed their
Yeah.
first time,
I'm
and then
sure
there are
I'll
people that got
bomb,
a
I'm
few
sure.
chunkles. Yeah, I've bombed. My last set I didn't like, but you know, you write and you're hot timing this joke, that joke, you fix it. But your first time up, you're solid, and I think part of it is just doing it. Like I don't understand that part. Like when people are like, you know, I get nervous. I'm like, of what? I'm like, just screw it. So what I try to do is with certain people, depending on where they're at, I'm like, all right, what's gonna take the nervousness away? How can we help you out best? What can I do to ease? I might not be able to fix everything, man. I'm not Superman. I'm not the president. I don't have powers like that, but I may have certain things I could do. Like, all right, let's go for it. You know, I'm like, bet you're doing stand up. All right, man, I'm gonna sit there, bro. I'm gonna laugh. You know, and I'm gonna laugh genuinely at the things that are funny, and then the stuff that gets a short chuckle, I'm gonna laugh hard on purpose because you're my guy. I'm like,
I like that.
you know,
Yeah.
like why? I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna give the awkward. I'm like, ha ha. I'm like, hey, jerk off. Like, no, bro, that's like no, because we need that sometimes. It's like, damn, that joke didn't go well, and people laugh at that. It's like, listen, we're gonna bomb together, folks. You know that's what it is. So like, I got people like that. Like, I'm in my 30s, and I'm like, you know what? Let me break some necks until I get older. You know, my 20s are gone. So I'm still trying to kill it at the beach. You know, I'm not saying like, oh, what, you trying to cheat? Like, no. I didn't say that, man. I just want to walk by. So like, if I see you with your lady and you don't have it all together there, I'm like, dude, this is motivation. Because guess what? When I go to the beach and I see dudes like, yo, my age, older, even younger, screw that. And I'm like, that dude's jack and ripped. I'm like, motivation. All right, dude. I'm like, I'm eating that salad. I'm hitting that gym.
Yeah,
Hey, you want
yeah.
these pork chops? Like, hell no, man. No pork on my fork. Let's keep going. You know, that's how it is. You know, you train your body, train your mind. It's like, yo, if you want something bad enough, you do it. Like,
It's like what Kevin Hart was talking about on Rogan. He was talking about like the solution is not being a hater, like hating.
Oh, hating's the worst.
But you're talking about the opposite of that, using it as motivation to be better. Like, I admire what you
Oh,
have.
yeah.
I want to use that to, in
Yeah.
turn, make myself better.
Yeah, jealousy is the best form of flattery sometimes, man. Like, you got something and you use, like, you know, people steal jokes. I mean, like, my thing is a lot of jokes get stolen. However, here's my thing. I'm like, but if it's similar and it resonates, you know, to something to that degree, I'm like, all right, how can I put my spin on it so it doesn't seem like I stole jokes?
Yeah.
Like, there's this great Cosby bit. You know, everybody hates him, but, you know, before all that crap, he was a good comedian, man.
Oh,
He
great
had this,
comedian.
He had this one bit when he was like, between the ages of 7 and 11, I thought my name was Jesus Christ. And my little brother Russell thought his name was Damn It. Because every time we got in trouble, my dad would be like, Jesus Christ, sit down. And they look at his brother, he's like, damn it, what are you doing?
And Cosby didn't really
You know,
cuss either.
No. And so he's like, so one day, you know, he's like, you know, I talk, he's like, so one day I'm outside playing in the rain, you know, my dad's like, damn it, didn't I tell you to get inside? He's like, I looked at my dad and said, but Dad, I'm Jesus Christ. And everybody lost it. I was like, yo, and that made me think, man, because, you know, I come from a Latin background. My mom's Puerto Rican, my dad's Dominican. So, you know, I got that at home, only it was
Diablo. Diablo's devil in Spanish.
Or
So,
maybe it might mean fighting chicken. I'm not
right.
sure.
I was like, I never heard fighting chicken or Diablo. Or the term hijo de Dios, son of God. So when I got in trouble with my mom, she would look at me and she'd be like, hijo de Dios, what are you doing? Like, son of God, what are you doing? So I had a complex issue because my mom here is telling me I'm the son of God. So I'm here thinking angelic stuff. And then my dad would look at me because I'm doing something stupid. I remember, I would eat Lucky Charms, right? Love the marshmallow. So what did I do? So I would always eat it with 2 bowls. So this is what I would do. I get my Lucky Charms, right? Milk, got them all there. And then I get a second bowl. And I would take the mushrooms. The marshmallows. Look at me, mushrooms. I take the marshmallows, right? And I put them in the second bowl, right? So I'm wasting the second bowl with milk so that I could eat all the regular, like, whatever flakes. And then I'm like, my prize is all the marshmallows left over. And I remember my dad comes over and goes, El Diablo, what the hell are you doing? I was like, I wanted to save the marshmallows for last, Dad. And he just looked at me. And I was like, uh-oh. And then it was just funny because I was like, so wait, what am I? My mom says I'm the son of God. My dad says I'm the devil.
Yeah.
So every time I was one of the two. It's like, hijo de Dios o el diablo. Clean your room. I'm like, all right, got it. So I was like, I don't know. I don't know who I am right now.
Dad was Dominican.
Yeah, and mom was Puerto Rican.
Mom was Puerto Rican.
Which back then it was very unheard of, but
so they're both Spanish speaking countries, do they have different dialects and
things
things mean different?
Yeah. So like 2 things they always made fun of. So my mom, my brothers and sisters are full blood Puerto Ricans. Most of my family is Puerto Rican. So my mother's first husband passed away, unfortunately. And so my aunt, I say she's my favorite aunt to this day. I will always, because she's the one who introduced my dad to my mom. If it wasn't for her, I ain't gonna be here.
Yeah.
So she was like, "Hey, Rocky," that's what they call my mom. She was like, "I want you to meet Carlos, good guy." Blah blah blah. They hit it off. Boom, married. Here I am, right? So I was the only one who's mixed, half Dominican, half Puerto Rican. So they always be like, "Oh, the Dominicans here," and Dominicans are known for saying like saying "oh" like that. Like we're not like they go "oh," or they say crazy loco. They're, "Oh, you're loco. What are you doing? Oh, you're loco." Yeah. So every time it's "oh, you're loco," oh, you're loco. I'm like, yo, if y'all don't cut this crap out, bro, I'm like, wait till I get old. I'm gonna start slapping the hell out of somebody because I was one of the youngest. I wasn't doing that. I was small and scrawny. I was gonna do jack. Only thing I had was a quick mouth. And when you ain't got muscles and you got a quick mouth, that's a recipe to get smacked. I can't even tell you how many times my brother my brother loved me to death, but my brother, I was more scared of my brother than I was my dad. 100%. My dad never gave me maybe 3 whoopings and stuff, but I remember my brother was giving me punches. Yeah, it was like, he was like, look, he wanted to toughen me up. He would call me Christina. I'm like, yo, my name's Charles. He's like, whatever, Christina. But at the same time, my brother had my back. He's like, yo, don't let everybody punk you. And if you ever get jumped or something, you better tell me. Like, I respect my brother because he showed me stuff. I was in New York, New Jersey. I was right there, New Jersey. I was right next to Lincoln Tunnel, literally right there. Okay. So
that's where you grew up.
Yeah, and all my family was in the Bronx, so we were there all the time, almost every weekend. But I remember, like my brother. I remember one time I was 16, dude. I was playing football, and I think I was going to like catechism. My parents wanted me to do communion, all that crap. But I remember I talked back to my mom, and I said something slick to my dad, right? And I'm 16, and my mom was like, all right. She was like, all right. She's up. I got it. And I was like, all right. I'm thinking, all right, my dad. So my dad gives me the stern talk, and I'm 16, and my dad hit me. Dude, I had to fake tears, right? I was just like, I'm a thespian. I could do this. I act.
Yeah, you don't want to get hit again.
So I faked it, and it didn't even hurt. My dad got a belt, whipped me twice, and I didn't know that wasn't the end of it. My mom was slick. She knew that my dad, his wasn't doing it anymore. So who shows up for dinner the next day? My brother. And I come in the house from football practice. I'm like, I'm all cool. I'm jazzed. And she was like, hurry up and shower. She was like, your brother's coming home for dinner. And I was like,
yeah, dude, you knew what time it was.
It was the most terrifying. Man, I had already showered. I took another shower just so I could think about, I'm like, yeah, I'm dead. My mom probably told my brother. I got smart at we do dinner. My brother's there. He's cracking jokes. We're all good, right? We eat. We're all right. And then my brother looks at me. He's like, all right. He's like, hey, what? He's like, go upstairs so we can talk. Right? We're like real cool and nonchalant. I'm here thinking, I'm like, all right, maybe it's just to be a chat. Dude, we go upstairs. We're sitting there. So upstairs, it was my bedroom was next to my parents' bedroom, and then across was my sister, and directly across from my room was my grandmother's room. Everybody's downstairs except my grandmother. Grandma's OG. You don't disrespect, you don't do nothing, but my grandmother barely came out of her room. So my brother comes upstairs, closes the door behind him, and I'm like, crap. And I'm sitting there on the bed, and he starts talking to me, and he gives me listen, man, what the hell are you doing? Why are you getting smart with mom and dad? He's like, you get smart with your friends. You talk back to your friends like that, or you don't talk back to your mother? Yeah? Is he what? Your friends ain't gonna pop you in the mouth, or your friends will pop you in the mouth, but you know your mom won't, right? And he just gave me a stern talking to, and I was like, all right. And he goes, yo, don't do that, man. That's your only mom. That's your only dad. I was like, all right. He's like, I love you, man. I was like, all right, bet. And he turned to me and goes, but you know I'm still about to beat that ass. And my brother laid the heaviest whooping on me. And I love him for this. My brother never hit me in the face. But I got, if you're on the bed, you turn to the side, legit, my whole left side. I'm talking about shoulder all the way down to my ankle, my thighs, my calf, my arm, rib cage, my whole left side.
Tore you up.
Tore
Neck
me
down,
up.
baby.
Bah, 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 bah. I thought it was Mike Tyson, bro. I was just like, yo, it's done. And I was in my head smart enough. I said, I ain't going to turn to the other side and have too bad.
Yeah.
I just let him. And it was funny. What I didn't know is that this smart, I tell you, my brother was a scary genius. He went to my grandmother's room first, said hi to her, and he goes, listen, you may hear Charles, talk and scream, but don't worry, everything's okay, all right? So that while I was winning, like, and there was no point. Who am I call from, my mom or dad?
He already gave the disclaimer out.
My dad would probably be the one like, Steven, no, chill, Steven, stop. My mom knew. She was like, my mom kept my dad busy while my brother and I didn't even bother screaming. I was like, who's going to come to my rescue? Beat me down. And then after he beat me down, he was like, don't do it again. All right? I love you. And I was like, damn, that was real. I went to football practice the next day, bruises. And my coach was like, hey, Ozuna. Yeah. He's like, what the hell happened? And he's like concerned, like, you get jumped? I was like, nah, coach. I was like, I got smart with my mom. So my brother came over and just put it on me. And he goes, you got smart with your mom? I was like, yeah, not a smart decision. He goes, yeah, no. All right, well, you're running suicides. I'm like, what? He was like, yeah, I don't like that either. I was like, why?
No.
Why did I open my freaking mouth? Dude, it was the worst. My mom got an extra level of me getting wrecked.
Mom was smart.
Dude, I had to do suicides, boot camp. Dude, I came home that day. I remember it was a Thursday because the next day was game day. Done. Like, my legs were spaghetti. And I was like, yo, never again, dude. Never again. And my mom was like, what's wrong? I'm like, nothing. I felt like going, this is your fault. I was like, why? I was like, because I told coach I smarted off at you. Oh, man. It was like, but I thank God for that, man. If I was an only child, man, I don't know if I'd be alive or what type of life. I think I'm blessed to have siblings. You know?
Yeah, your brother's kind of kept you. Your brother kind of kept you in line.
Oh yeah, I'm the youngest of four, man. I have a little brother, but I grew up the youngest of four, so I have my two older sisters and my older brother. My brother was number 2. But one thing, then, now not so much, we don't talk all the time, but there was camaraderie, and there was like, even if we talked smack on one another, I was a kid, so it wasn't much. We came together on anybody, on another family member or on people in the street. Like, right. I remember some dude got smart with my sister. I hated it. I didn't want to be that guy.
Yeah, worst decision that dude ever made.
But all I remember, because obviously, let's go inside. My brother had good friends, and I remember my brother was short. My brother's like 5'10". But all my brother's friends were like tall as ever, dude. We're talking 6'2", 6'4", 6'3", 6, and like a good 2 or 3 of them were football players. But my brother had one buddy who was a amateur boxer. That's not the dude you wanna. And but he's the humble dude too. It's the fun,
of course,
because he knows like, yo, take it easy. Or he'd be the guy holding my brother back. Funny enough. And some dude who was dating my sister got real stupid. Yeah, bro. It was, and I think he had like 1 or 2 dudes. I'm not sure how many, but I just remember I was yelled at to go inside the house, and I was like, no, man, I'm gonna miss the action. I had the slowest walk to my door just so I could see what happened. And these 3 dudes thought it was, they thought it was gonna be gravy because it was my brother and his best friend Tony, and then. Inside my house, my mom was like mom to my brother's to my friends. Like, they called my friends called my mom mom. My brother's friends call my mom mom. My sister's friends call mom. So, all I hear is one of my brother's friends scream, "Stay inside, mom!" And then I didn't know how many of my brother's friends were inside my house already. 3 more dudes come out, rush by me. I remember one grabbed me like, yo, like faster. You know your brother wants inside. And I'm legit standing on the porch, and I just see 5 guys flying on 3 dudes. And particularly 2 dudes were like trying to square up my brother. My brother could hold his own. But my brother's buddy, who's an amateur boxer at the time, dude, he had that swivel, you know, that Mike Tyson left to right. I said, oh man, pap, pap. And then I remember my mom, inside. And I was like, Dad, man, you know, and that's where it was. So I always thanked him for that. Like, I was like, yo, my brother was real at that time for that. Yeah. And I was like, you know what? I would do the same for my sisters. You know, I'm an uncle of 5. And I think, you know, I'd be damned if something happened to one of my nieces or somebody. You know, I'm like, one of my nieces getting married, happy for her. The other one's 16. I'm like, oh my God. Oh. So, you know, and she's here in North Carolina. So my sister's like, you know, talk to her, watch her. I'm like, yeah. And I'm already thinking.
Where'd you say, Raleigh? They're in Raleigh. Right?
And so I'm already thinking, like, let the wrong dude say something. I'm showing up.
It's over, dude.
Oh, no. Dude, funniest thing I ever saw. So, and I'm like, yo, I would so do that in real life. I was watching Jeff Foxworthy and the crew when they used to do those.
Oh, yeah. What was that called?
I don't know. Redneck. I think it was Redneck Comedy or something.
Yeah.
But those guys. And it wasn't just Jeff Foxworthy. It was the other
Ron
dude.
White. Larry the Cable Guy, Ron White, Jeff Foxworthy. And
it was that 4th guy who had his own sitcom.
Yeah.
And he said something. I said, I would do. He goes, you know, he's like, I'm not going to be the angry dad. I'm not going to, you know, try to be all tough. He's like, I'm just going to be real smart. Guy's taking my daughter out. I'm going to let him introduce himself and say hi to him. And just as he's walking with my daughter back to the car, I'm just going to stop and say, hey, catch. And I'm just going to throw a bullet at him. And when he sees what it is, I'm going to look at him and go, if she's not home before 11, second one comes a lot faster. I was like, oh my God, that is so boss.
That's so boss.
I was like, dude, I would literally do that. I would like, let me just get one. Yeah, what? Yeah. And just toss that at the kid in bed. Boop. Second one comes a lot faster.
Oh, man. How scared would you be, bro? If you were that kid, how scared would you be?
And
dude?
the thing is, I wouldn't do it with a tough face. I like smile and wake up and back. All right? Have a good one, Pat. Have a good one, champ.
Oh, I'd be so scared if I was that kid, dude.
I think when you're overly nice, it's scarier than, yo, if she's not here, I'm good. I'm like, no, because you intimidate with the smile. Like, I would so come up to him. Like, how crazy would it be? Imagine if you were like 16 again and you meet your lady for the first time, and then her dad and her uncle come up to you and they're all smiling. So like from afar, looks like it's a good combo. And he whispers in your ear and he's like, I will do to you the most unimaginable things. Like, what? It's like, have you ever kissed a man? Like, no. Have you ever had another man lay on top of you? No. It's like, well, just think about that. You know, just like, no.
Dude.
I'm like, no, she's gonna be home on time. Not gonna be do that.
You remember
like,
that scene in Bad Boys?
Oh,
Martin Lawrence and Will Smith, and that boy comes to the door.
Oh, that's the best
For his daughter.
Because it's real. Like my best friend Lewis, I was like, dude, that's gonna be us.
Yeah.
Whether it's your kid or mine. Like we have a daughter. I'm like, we just come on. I'm like, bro, what's your? Turn around. Let me search. Let me see what you got.
Yeah.
I'm like, you sure you ain't got no drug? What's that smell? Cologne. That ain't cologne, man. That's weed. You sniffing that good stuff? Huh? Come here, cough. Let me check. Huh? I'm like, yeah, you didn't know I was a doctor? I'm not. I just like to touch boys. Like, oh my God. Like, just got to scare them. They're like, oh, no. You just want to like mess around with them.
When you're a kid too, you're already nervous. You're already nervous when you're going to meet a girl's parents.
It was funny. I wasn't that kid. I was the best wingman for my friends because I wasn't intimidated. Dude, I was 5'3", short as hell until I was a sophomore in high school.
Really?
Dude, I was short as hell.
Wow.
So I was always great with parents. So like, if my buddy had a date, he'd be like, dude, we're going on a double date. Cool. Because I was going to do most of the talking when we got to the parents. Why? Because I'm going to make them laugh, say some jokes. I'm saying things at the house. Like, oh, wow, my mom has one of those. And I was like, oh, wow. Oh, no, Miss Ruiz. I'm like, you serious? Oh, like, oh, Charles, yeah, you're funny. Oh, you're good. I'm like, all right, guys. And then it was just, well, you can date him and you're going on a double date. And it's like, is Charles going?
Yeah, we would rather you date Charles, but it's okay if you date his friend.
And it sucked because parents liked me, but none of the girls. I was always seen as the best friend, the buddy. you're such a great friend, Charles. And I was in my head like, I don't want to be the friend. I want to be the guy. You're like, yeah. I want to make out with him.
Yeah.
I want to jump.
Yeah.
I want to jump his bones. I was thinking that, dude. I was such a late bloomer. I was so upset. All my buddies were doing stuff. I was the last to get off the train as a senior, dude.
Really?
Oh, you know what it is to be the only virgin on the football team, man.
Oh man.
I had to lie, bro. It was like, you know what? Yeah, I know what it's like. They was like, man, you probably never seen a woman naked. I'm like, dude, I have. They're like, yeah, but you haven't been in there. And I was like, duh, bro. I'm like, what kind of question is that? Meanwhile, I'm like, I have no idea what that feels like. I have no idea. I'm like, I wouldn't even know what to do. I was like, nope. But of course I had to lie, man.
Yeah.
I was like, I ain't gonna be that guy. There was sophomores and juniors that were getting something.
I was so scared, dude. I was so scared the first time I had sex, dude.
I could say I was too. I regret my
I think I was
first time.
15,
bro.
dude.
Oh no,
15.
I was
15. It was a year before I got my license, dude. I was scared. The girl was 14, so she was a grade younger than me. I was
Okay.
in 8th grade, I think. She was in 7th or
similar situation, man. I was a senior. She was a junior. No, she was what was it? She was a sophomore. I was a senior. It was just to begin. It was like right after season was just done.
Right.
And I was 16 going on 17, and she was 15 going on 16. So we had a year difference.
Right.
You know, but I remember it. It was quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it sucked.
Dude, I was so nervous first time.
Oh, dude, I was so nervous. But I was so upset because you never forget your first. And I was like, God, I wish she wasn't my first, man.
Yeah.
I was like, whatever. But you know what? You learn from it. You keep going. There's a lot of things like, you know, like our first time I did this, the first time I did that. Like I remember the first time I smoked marijuana for the first time.
Oh yeah, I remember that too.
I remember I was freaking high. I was a senior. We were at a band competition because I was in band and I was in jazz band, and we had like a tri-state thing. We're like, dude, we're going to Pennsylvania. We're gonna compete against New York and PA and the rest of Jersey. And we were literally 7 a.m. walking to the bus. Me and my buddies. It was a small doobie. You ain't getting high
early though. Early.
And I was just like, "You're a man, Charles. Just do it. Puff, puff, pass." And I was like, "Oh man!" But I was like, I ain't telling my brother because I remember my brother literally. This is how real my brother was. I remember I was 14. I was a freshman. And my brother invited me to go out for a bit. And I'm at his buddy's house with my brother. And he walks me over. He goes, "You see this? Dude, it was a table, a counter. And it had, you name it.
Just a bunch of drugs."
And he goes, my brother didn't use drugs, praise God. Well, he, marijuana.
Right.
But none of the heavier stuff. Some of his dumb buddies did. But he goes, and he was like, "Do you know what these are?" And I knew what the drugs were. I've seen enough movies and TV and news. I was like, yeah. Then I was like, "That's weed. That's coke." I'm like, those are pills. I'm like, I don't know what the hell that is. And I didn't know what heroin looked like in non-liquid form and stuff. So, and he was like, yeah. And he was like, "If I ever see you around any of this, I will break you."
Man, you had a good big brother, dude.
I will beat the hell out of you wherever you are. I was like, duly noted. And I was too scared to use drugs because I see what that does to people.
Yeah.
And, I was like, no, and my brother didn't. But I think what it was is that my brother knew who did. And, and then after a while, my brother got smart, became a father. So he just left that stuff alone, happily. But he was the one who was like, yeah, this is what this is. This is what this is. But what my brother was doing, I didn't realize is that, my brother was leaving the block soon. Like my brother was, moving out. He's got his girlfriend, he's got his kid. So all the other dudes who were still on the block knew me as, I didn't have a name until I was like 16. I was known as Steven's little brother.
Bro, yeah.
I wasn't Charles. It was like, that's Steven's little brother. So because I remember I almost got jumped at a park. And because I was playing basketball, we won. And they were like, giving me crap. I was like, what the heck, man? And I was a bit of a punk. I was short. And I remember seeing one of my buddy's friends. I was like, man. And he's like, he knew my name, but he was like, "Charles, is you?" I was like, "Oh, what's up, Chino?" He goes, No. He walked in the park, goes, "Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, this ain't gonna fly." It was like, "Yeah, nah. Anybody else, leave him alone."
Whole block had your back.
And I didn't know. They was like, no, bro, because that's my man's brother. If I gotta come in, bro, not him. whatever.
The whole block had
And
your back.
I didn't know that because of my brother, there were like, certain older dudes had me. Now, if I was around a bunch of kids my age, I think it's just gonna whoop my ass. But if there was older dudes there, they were just like, no, not him, bro. What you mean? Like, bro, no, because I might have to put hands on you, or his brother might put hands on you. I'm like, yeah, nah, you don't want that. So that was what it was. But funny enough, man, like comedy came from there. Like my brother used to crack jokes on me heavy, so that's how you got to snap back.
Yeah,
So I was like, all right, that's how you got to get your chops up. Yeah, like and my brother and my dad, like they don't know that it's their fault. Like my dad was like, why do you want to be an actor? I was like, dude, what did we do every weekend? We went to the freaking movies, Dad, and we saw like 2 movies in the theater. We'd sneak to one. I'm like, you embedded that in me.
Yeah.
And my brother, praise to him, man, bro. He had me watching like Martin, You So Crazy when it first came out. I had it memorized at 11. Then my mom was like, what? I was saying jokes I had no idea.
Yeah.
I didn't know what head was at 11. And I was saying it. I was like, huh? Talking about a woman's vagina. And I didn't know any of that stuff. So I was saying it. And they're like, yo, your comedic timing is funny. So I was doing that, and I was like, all right, you got to have, funny jokes or good comebacks. And my stuff is like, I would poke fun of myself a lot faster than poking fun of other people. But I did have snappy comebacks if, you were getting smart or doing that. Like, and I didn't want to rag on you, but I'm like, dude, hold on. I'm like, partner, are you really talking trash on me? Yeah. I'm like, dude, you look in the mirror lately? I'm like, bro, you well dressed, man. But yo, what was the last time? Bro, your teeth is dumb yellow. Like, yo, it's worse than butter, son. Like, you must love the movie, son, because yo, I ain't gotta ask for butter. Like, you probably with your girl here, baby. She just take a popcorn, brush it against your mouth, and put it in, right? I'm like, man, if you don't get out of here with that business, bro. I'm like, nah, man, your mouth is dripping, man. Like, yo, you need butter? Like, right there, man, pancakes. Just drool over the damn stovetop. Get out of here.
Well, that's like how all my friends were, though. We all would just talk trash. We would just trash talk each other and just like playfully, but if somebody took it personal,
yeah, you gotta talk it out. I'm like, dude, there's certain things that you're like, but when you're with your best buds, nothing's off limits. You're talking about each other's moms, sisters. Like, yo, dude. My best buddies, we were going in. I'm like, I was going in on their sisters. I was going in on their moms and vice versa.
That was the best times, dude.
Oh, man. I'm like, yeah. But now you got to be careful because, well, with your buddies, you don't.
Yeah.
But in other words, you got to be careful because people are PC and it's like, you can't talk about this and you can't talk. I'm like, oh, my God.
People are real sensitive nowadays, man.
And that's why I miss the 90s sometimes because you could never get away with half the stuff in Living Color used to get away with.
Oh, that's what we talked about first time me and you had a conversation.
I love that show, man. Like, you won't see It's Raining Men anymore. The Damon Wayans and David Allen Greer hated it, and
oh man,
like,
dude, my dad said that the other day.
Snapback, like yo, you won't, because they'll be like, no, you're making fun of the LGBT community. I'm like, oh, good God, and it was funny that, and I get it now, I get it, but at the same time, I'm like, but do you realize you can make fun of, like, I'm like, if you can make fun of a gay man, you can make fun of a straight man,
right?
Like, I'm like. You should be able to do both. Like, I get there's certain areas where you can play around. Like, I had a bit, and it's the truth. I'm like, yo, I think everybody needs a gay friend because you have no idea how sometimes they are a lifesaver. True story. I have his name's James, good buddy of mine, gay, but yo, we good dudes. I'm not his type, so I didn't have to worry. But we were good. But we just had a good rapport, and he was a little older than me, and. Yo, he was super flamboyant, right? But he was a cool dude. He was the best wingman, though. I'll tell you that. But that dude got me out of a traffic ticket one time. Hysterical, dude. We are on the New Jersey Parkway, and I was probably maybe going 10 over. I'm like, son of a license registration, bet. And he was like, all right, gentlemen, step out. So
that's never good.
We step out. I'm good because in the sense I haven't been drinking.
Right.
I got no drugs. My car. I have nothing in me, so I'm not worried about anything. I'm like, yo, you go in my car, you're not gonna find anything.
Yeah.
So I wasn't worried about any of that. And I know James didn't do stuff. So I'm thinking, all right, he's gonna give me a breathalyzer. And so I put my hands. He didn't even ask me to. I was standing, leaning against my car. He was like, just stand by, the hood of the car. And so what did I do? I got into frisk position. I just turned and put my hands on the hood, and he didn't even touch me. And he goes, do you have anything on you that I should know about? I go, absolutely not, officer. Hence why you could check me right now. And then James, without skipping a beat, he goes, yes. And then you can check me next.
Oh,
and that
God.
officer looked at him like, oh hell no. It was like, gentlemen. He was like,
Have a nice
he was
night.
like, what? He goes, yeah. He goes, just watch your foot on the gas there, buddy. All right.
Oh, man. He
Walked
said,
back
you
to
can
his
check
car.
me next.
Yo, he got
that's
back in his
hilarious.
car. We did. I was never so relieved and happy. I was like, James. He was like, huh? I was like, bro, I love you so much right now, bro. That was a ticket. That was points on my license, fam. Yo, I thought that was the most hysterical
That's funny.
thing. I was like, yo, and that's why I'm like, yo, you need one of those because you never know.
You
I'm
never
like, you
know.
never know what you're gonna. And it
He
was just
said,
so,
you can check me
yo,
next.
yo, and he said it just like that, probably more,
That's
more
great,
flair.
dude.
But and it was just crazy. Like he did the whole. If you're listening, you vision it. Just imagine, a super flamboyant man, tight jeans, nice button-up shirt. He dressed well. I'll tell
Yeah.
you. You talking about I'm dressed sharp. James could dress like a mofo, bro. James is well put together, suits tailored, like that dude's on it.
Yeah.
But he's just his mannerisms, and he's just leaning, pressed against the hood, head tilted back up. I was like,
You can check me
yo,
next.
I was floored, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, yo, in my head, I was like, man, maybe I should do that. If I get pulled over, like, how can I help you?
That's what I was
officer?
just thinking.
Like,
That's what I was just
I'm like,
thinking.
I'm like, bro, I'm like, maybe I should do that. But I'm like, no, because you know what? Watch me with my luck get the one gay officer.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm not gonna give you a ticket, but give me your phone number. Like, oh, like, no. I was just kidding. So, but I just,
I'm straight.
Yeah, I'm like, no, I don't. I was just
give me
trying
the
to get a
ticket, just give me the
Yeah,
ticket.
I'm like, just give me the ticket. I'll pay. What is it, 250, 300? All right, whatever. You know,
Dude, gay
but-
people are some of the best people to be around.
Oh man, I got great. I have family members who are part of the community, gay community.
Oh,
Just
they're
gay,
just- they're
family
just
and
so
friends.
good to be around.
But my thing is, bro, where I say I drew the line, where I was like, dude, when the addition of all the letters came in, I was like, yo, I would jokingly with either James or my cousin. So I have a few cousins who are gay, and with them, like certain jokes, I'm not gonna make with other people I don't know you, but with them, I would throw some. And I remember with James, I was like, yo, James, bro, I'm like, you gotta talk to your folk. What? I said, y'all keep adding letters, bro. I'm like, first it was LGB, then it was LGBT, then LGBTQ, LGBTQI, LGBTQIA. I'm like, bro. I might as well just spit the alphabet next time. I'm like, LGBTQI, I'm like, bro, and he laughed. I'm like, man, can we shorten this, bro? Because I'm like, yo, there's no name for me as hetero or he's straight. I'm like, that's it. You keep adding letters, dude. Can you stop? I'm like, y'all taking all the letters. What's next? Yeah, I'll put numbers too. LGBTQI squared. Like, just joking with him with that. And they're like, oh, but I'm like, and that's with him. Because I think you have to, how are you joking? Like, even I would think like people in that community would joke like, yeah, we're gonna add more letters, like how, but as far as like your rights and stuff, I'm like, no, I don't go there. I'm like, nah, you have to be very careful because you don't know what they're going through. Just like, a white guy telling me what it's like to be a brown dude. I'm like, now you can make certain jokes, or if like we're real good buddies and you're doing it like yeah, or of course, like we grew up together. Hell yeah, you can get away with that, Like one of my best friends is now, ironic, his name's Steven, like my brother, white guy. We grew up grammar school and high school, right? And Steve's like Irish and something else. And I remember I had to back him up because jokingly I was like, Steve, if there's ever a second Civil War, bro, I'm like, I always had a crush on your sister. I'm taking you out and I'm marrying her. I'm messing around. And I remember one time we were sitting, I forgot where we were sitting, but he put his arm around me. He goes, hey, Charlie, what? He goes, you could pick my cotton any day. And
oh,
dude,
shit.
But I was like, all right, you got me, bro. Like, it was at then they're like, oh, are you gonna let him get away with that? I'm like, first of all, we've known each other for 18 like freaking years. There's a difference between him saying something.
Don't worry,
like
I know
that,
he's joking.
And I think what it was is that we were somewhat in a public place, and someone's like, "Yo," I was like, "Easy, fam, easy," because I don't think you knew what I said to him. Relax, it's not like And the funny thing is not, bro. Steve doesn't have a racist, but dude, Steve is into colored chicks, bro. That's what I love about Steve. Steve don't discriminate, bro.
Yeah.
Steve is like, nope. Steve dates Asian girls, black girls, Latin girls. He loves the Spanish and black women. I'm like, bro, guys, you like chocolate? Go for it, Steve. Like, messing with him. But I'm like, I think that's where it is. But Steve wouldn't make jokes like that to a public. Like, just like I'm not gonna make fun of people, certain communities or certain backgrounds to a certain extent.
Yeah.
No, I don't even like going the political realm. So I just like to make fun of certain situations, dude. I'm like, I'm making jokes on traffic. I'm making jokes on food. I'm making jokes on my students. I'm making jokes on using the bathroom. And like, yo, to this day, I don't go clubbing anymore. So this is what kills me, bro. So, and you've probably seen, remember we used to go out with our guys, and this is what I hate. You're going out and you're dancing with a girl. You're at a club, right? You see him, like, boom, you dancing, you're grooving. But because her friend isn't feeling it, she goes over, grabs her hand, we're going to the bathroom. And that's normal. Girls go to the bathroom in groups of 2 or more, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That doesn't, like, men can't do that. Like, I couldn't come up to you and be like, hey, Alex, we're going to the bathroom. Excuse us. Like, I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah,
like,
that would be
no.
weird.
Like, that's, women can do that. You won't see 2 men doing that.
Mm-mm.
It's not. Men don't go to the bathroom in groups.
Mm-mm.
It's just like, no. Unless, the only reason I'm going with you is if, like, yo, there's, like, dudes trying to get at you, and I'm like, fighting. I'm like, no, hold up. Let me, no, I got your back because something might pop off. But nah, man, I'm like, yo, dude, you got to do. You're a grown man.
Yeah.
You know what to do. You gonna come right back out. I just hope you wash your hands. Simple as that, bro. You know what I mean? Girls, I'm like, ladies could do that. They can go to groups and bathrooms in 2, 3, and 4. And now more so because you got idiots that'll try to do something. You know?
I think a lot of it is like a girl will take another girl to the bathroom to be like, hey, are you cool with what he's doing or whatever? Like,
Yeah.
I think because some of them will because some girls can't say no or don't say no. And
agreed, yeah.
And then it's like, all right, well, I'm gonna make sure she's like,
Oh,
as
no.
a friend, I'm
Yeah.
gonna make
Oh,
sure
no,
she's
no.
okay.
And that, but they regroup too because they're either talking about, are you good? And then what else are they talking about? It's, oh my God, he's so cute. What do you think? What?
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
and
exactly.
it's like, Stacy, you are not going home with him. Stacy, no.
You're drunk, Stacy.
Yeah. No, Stacy, we came
You're gonna
together.
regret this
We're leaving
tomorrow.
together because you're gonna wake up tomorrow. You're gonna be on the other side of the bed. You're gonna call me like, "Oh my God, I did it again!" Yeah. Meanwhile, Russ, we're like, "Oh, boop 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 boop." You home? Like, no, dude, I'm at Stacy's place. My man,
Perfect.
It's a double standard, but I get that, and then at the same time, like now, oh hell no, like I one night stands, ugh,
Yeah.
like whether I was in a relationship or not, I'm like, yo, like. No. I'm like, no, I'm like, if like men like to chase, like in your 20s is one thing, but as you're starting to get older, you're 27, you're 30, you're like,
You want that hard
I'm
to
like,
get.
bro,
You
I'm
want it
like-
to be harder to get.
I'm like, yeah, I'm like, if it's that easy, I'm like, how many other people have? I'm like,
A lot.
I wish it'd be funny. I always think about that. I talk to my little brother. I'm like, imagine if people had Carfax on them.
Dude,
Like you could pull up a Carfax on a person.
would
just
not be good for me.
Dude.
Don't think. It would be bad for me.
But that'd be bad for a lot of people.
Yeah, that
but
would
you
be-
know what? I would love it because I would like to look at half these athletes and politicians, bro. I'll tell you right now. I don't care how squeaky clean. I would love to see Donald Trump and Stephen Curry's Carfax, bro.
Oh, those are two good ones,
No,
dude.
just to be like, oh man, he's a scumbag.
I want to
Just
see Mike
I
Pence's.
was like,
Let me see Mike Pence's.
there's a few. Well, I mean, I'm not saying for Mike Pence. There's a few that I'm like, yeah, they seem 100% legit, man. Like,
Yeah.
Dag, you got, and there's some that you'd be surprised, like, whoa.
I want to see Joe Osteen's Carfax, dude.
Listen, man. When it comes to that stuff, I tell people, I'm like, yo, they're human, dude.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's why I want to see it.
I'm like, yo, when pastors fall, they make it a big thing. It was funny. I was talking to my friend. I was like, it's crazy where non-celebrity Christians have to be more perfect than certain celebrity Christians. Like, here it is. I like Kevin Hart, man.
He said
I like-
perfection
right?
isn't real.
Right.
Remember him saying that?
Yeah. But here's the deal. Kevin Hart uses blue collar language. He curses and he says
Yeah.
stuff like, right? And he's still like, praise God. I give it to God. I go hard. People are like, yeah, right. Amen, man. Good for Kevin. But let a regular person, drop some curse words like, man, I don't give a fuck. They're like,
Yeah. You're not a Christian.
oh my, how dare you? Do do you go into the Lord's house with that mouth? I'm like, man,
that's a good point.
I was like,
I've
hold
never
up.
thought of that.
I'm
dude.
like, let Kevin Hart stroll in on a Sunday. I'm like, oh my God, look who's here. I'm like, oh,
Good
word.
point, dude. I've never thought of that. What made you think of that?
So, because I used to be, I believe in God. You know,
Right.
I say I'm not a perfect Christian. I'm a man who tries every day, man. I fall. I done have so many slip ups, man. I'm gonna keep messing up till I die because they ain't gonna be. There's no perfect person.
Dude, if we were perfect, we wouldn't need God. That's the thing.
So, you know, and then just like realizing certain things. But I used to be heavily involved assisting at churches back home. And it just killed me how, you know, people idolize certain pastors and certain people. And it's like, if you're a person of prominence, you get more leeway than others. And I don't like to see somebody's downfall. I don't hope for it. But I was just like, yo, it's crazy that somebody who's a celeb or somebody who's up there gets more leeway than just, oh no, you can't. No, he did that. Yeah, no, he was dating Lauren and yeah, she caught him with another guy, or he cheated on her, or she found pornography on his phone. Yeah, it's a rap for him, or he was cursing at somebody. It's like, I'm like, hold up. Meanwhile, and no shot, you know, I'm not bashing the guy, but I remember there was a picture of Justin Bieber. He took a trip to South America. That was Brazil, and he was biting a girl's nipple, like you just saw it was a breast, and he was like biting it, and I was like, okay, you know, I'm like, yeah, that's extreme, but that dude got a pass. You know, like celebs get a pass because they're celebs, and they're celebs who believe in God. I'm like, here's my thing. I'm not going to judge you, dude. You made a mistake. Yours is going to be more out there because people know you than mine.
But you're saying that we should give more people a pass like that.
Dude, I'm like,
instead of just the...
Yeah, because
I see what you're saying.
You know,
I like that. Yeah.
I'm like, why? I'm like, we're still both human. You just happen to have more money. Like, here's this. If Joel Osteen, I crack up because I've seen a few pastors cuss, and I'll tell you in the context. So I remember back home I was playing ball with a pastor, and I remember on a fast break he tripped, and he was a young guy. He was in his 30s, like 32, and he tripped and he stubbed his toe double hard, and he rolled on the ground, and he let it out. He's like, shit, right?
Yeah,
right. It was quick. I didn't even think so. I didn't go, oh my God, the world stopped. Like, blasphemy. Did you hear the words out of his mouth?
Dude, if you don't cuss when you stub your toe, I think you're an alien, dude.
I don't curse as much. I say a bunch of funny stuff,
but when you stub your toe, you probably...
yeah, I say no. So funny enough, because of my students, like if I got hurt, I would just... My favorite phrase is, I would say turtles on a Tuesday.
Turtles on a Tuesday.
Dude, I remember I was teaching third grade. I was in Atlantic City at the time, and we were like making like science fair projects. We did
Turtles
volcanoes
on a Tuesday.
And dude, I had the projector sitting on it was just some metal like dresser.
Yeah.
And it slipped and it fell on my fingers hard. And I wanted to be like, mother.
Yeah.
And my kids are there, and I was just like, turtles on a Tuesday, like the most aggressive way I could. And they're like, what? I was like, yeah, you heard me. Turtles on a Tuesday. like Tuesday was a bad word. Like Tuesday, you know. So I would start screaming stuff. Like my mom was like, Charles, sugar, honey, iced tea, and I would like, yo. And so, funny enough, I would start doing all the Batman and Robin, all the Robin words. Like, I'm like, oh my God, holy crackers on the candlestick. I'm like, jumping Jehoshaphat. Like, I was saying all types of weird stuff. I'm like, oh my God, boy, bread and sugar, man. Oh, gee, boy, Quiznos in the car. Like, I was just saying dumb stuff. Like, what? I'm like, boy, grapefruit on my toothpaste. Grapefruit on my toothpaste. Like, what are you talking? Like, I'm like, because I couldn't. So that was that was funnier than crazy that people get alive. Like, yo, where do you come up? Like, why? You know, I would just look at stuff and I would just either scream, I'd start singing. Man, it was hysterical, man. They're like, where do you come up with this? I'm like, dude, I'm a teacher. I can't.
So you teach third graders now?
So, no. I stopped now. So I'm a counselor now.
Oh, okay.
And so, but you know, doesn't matter. You teach. You
Yeah.
know, I'm always thinking about who's the next level of kids I can help. Who I'm going to teach next, man. You know, how, you know, I feel like we're teachers and I'm still a student of life. I'm going to be a student till I die. It's just what am I learning differently now? Am I learning how to do podcasts? Am I learning how to edit? Am I learning how to scuba dive? Am I learning how to swim? Am I learning how to connect? You learn something new, you know, like comedy. You're learning, like, you can't do the same set for different people. Like, I think about where I'm at. Like, I'm in Wilmington, North Carolina. It is a whole different demographic than New York City.
Oh, for sure.
And then there's certain jokes I can't pull off. Yeah, I can't throw a Subway joke. There's no damn Subways out here.
Yeah.
So I'm here thinking, I'm like, all right, I need surfer jokes. I need beach jokes. What the hell can I use? You know, I'm like, I can't be like, man, I can't stand pigeons. There ain't no pigeons out here.
Yeah.
So I got to think about, all right, I got seagulls, sharks. All right, I got to think about what can I do? I'm like, all right, what? Don't you just hate it when you're in the water and somebody's like, yeah. I'm like, all right, cool. I'll go with that. You know, whereas opposed to, you know, I'm in the city and I'm talking about like catching a taxi or like rats stealing pizza on the subways and a bunch of other crap, and they're like, oh yeah, ha 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 ha. Where out here, I'm like, yeah, I can't say that. So I gotta think about what is it? Oh, Walmart, got it. I can go there. You know, Chick-fil-A,
They got Bojangles.
You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, yeah, I'm like Bojangle jokes. Got it. I can use that. Like, I can't make a Wawa joke. There's no Wawas in North
Oh
Carolina.
my God, I love Wawa,
Bro,
dude.
I
Why do we not have them, dude? The closest one's
They're-
5.5 hours, bro.
yeah, bro. I know because
Virginia,
my
bro,
buddy's in
Richmond.
DC. So when
Yeah.
I went last weekend,
God,
when I had to
Wawa's
refill,
awesome, dude.
went right there. I was like, French vanilla coffee, hoagie, gas, out.
Ooh,
And then
dude,
on the
their
way,
coffee's so good.
dude, better than Dunkin', better than Starbucks.
Oh, way better than
And cheaper. I'm like, yo, but they're
God,
privately,
it's
they're
good.
family owned. So because of that, they pick and choose
Their
where
peach
they go.
sweet tea, boy.
They pick where they go.
Peach tea. It ain't sweet
Yeah.
tea. It's peach tea.
They're not. They're
so good.
I don't know if there's any Wawas in New York.
I'm
I know
not sure either.
they're in PA,
Delaware.
PA, Delaware, Jersey, Maryland, Virginia.
Virginia.
Pause.
That's as far as it goes.
No,
but,
no,
but Florida. Yeah,
I
Florida.
remember
Yeah.
because I drove down to Tampa last year. I went to Orlando and Tampa, and so when I was in Orlando, I was like, all right,
How does
oil-
it just
oil
skip
change.
us, dude?
Dude, but I'll tell you this,
Dude.
it was because I had a hellish experience, dude. You want to hear something crazy? Check
Hell
this out.
Yeah, I
So
want to hear it.
I'm cool with a group of friends at a church in Atlanta called Bridgepoint. Great group of friends, man. And they do a conference every year. So I drove down, and I was going to go to Orlando the next day. So I'm like, all right, bet. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to leave early, or as soon as it's over, I'll get to Orlando by, 1 a.m. or something like that. So what happens? We had the last day we do community service work. So everybody goes to different places. I got real cool with this young gentleman from North Carolina. He lives near my sister. His name is escaping me. It's Brian. There we go. Brian. So we're in his car. And he was like, I'll drive. All right, bet. So as not to lose everything, I left my keys and my wallet in the side door. And when we left, we're there. We did community service. We come back to the church meeting point, and everybody says bye from there. Everybody's going their own separate ways. He's in a rental, and he drives back to North Carolina. I stay behind. I'm leaving, and I'm at the pastor's house. He's having a barbecue for a few of the people that stayed over. It's time to leave. All right, bet. I go back to my buddy's place to go get my car and leave. And I'm like, where the hell are my keys? And I'm checking my pocket, check my bag 8 times. I said, no.
They're in the buddy's car. I went to North Carolina.
I call Brian. Brian.
Oh, no.
He's like, what's up? I was like, dude, did I leave my keys? I think they're in the passenger seat. He goes, dude, I just parked the rental. He's in the car. It was a rental. He's like, I just parked the rental. Literally, I turned the car off as you were calling. I was ready to walk out and dip. He goes, yeah, your keys are here.
Oh, my God.
I'm in
dude.
Atlanta.
He's in North Carolina.
He's in Raleigh with my
6
keys.
hours.
I'm like, my keys are 6 hours away, and I need to get to Orlando by tomorrow. My sister, I'm like, all right, I'm going to have my sister pick up the keys. At least I can get it to her. I was like, Stephanie, I messed up. She said, what? I'm like, I'm in Atlanta. My car keys are in Raleigh. What the hell are your car? I'm like, don't ask me questions now. I'm like, just pick them up from my buddy's place. She's like, all right. He's like 15, 20 minutes away. So she drives and picks up the keys. He's like, Stephanie, Brian? Yeah, here. Man, your brother. She's like, I don't know what we're going to do. So she drives. She said, what are you going to do? She's like, I can overnight him. I go, no. I go, because just because it's overnight doesn't mean it's going to get to me as quickly. They could overnight and they'll get to me like at 8 p.m. So what are you going to do? I was like, I'm going to have to go drive up. So nobody had a spare car. Thankfully, my buddy David, he drives me to the Atlanta airport. I get a rental at 11 p.m. I drive straight from the rental. I drive straight from Atlanta airport to my sister's, 6 hours. I get there, 6 a.m. My sister, love her to death. What does she have for me? She has an omelet and a Gatorade.
Oh,
So
man.
she was like,
this coming in
she
clutch,
was like,
boy.
Charles, man. I was like, I know. No, it was a quick hug, sandwich, egg sandwich, Gatorade in the car, darting back, straight, no brakes, just gas. Atlanta traffic is the worst, dude.
Oh, it's like 12 lanes.
Bro, I got there at 2. I'm good. It's 6 a.m., so it's 7-ish. It's like 6:45. So I'm like, bam. I'm like, all right, I'm going to get there around 12:45, 1, because it started raining. Dude, I got there, I want to say 2. 2's good time. It took me 2 hours, dude, to get through 3 miles. I'm in Atlanta just to get to the airport, and I had to pee like a mother-loving racehorse. So I call my friend. She lives in the city. I'm like, Meredith, I just need a ride from the airport to my car. Because I already have my bags with me. I just put it in there because my buddy was at work. I'm like, I'm just take my things. So once I come back, I just hop in my Jeep and dip. She picks me up. It's 4 p.m., bro. Takes me back. I get in my car. No hesitation. And the reason why is because at the time, I'm like, my lady was in Orlando. She flew down. So the whole goal was, I pick you up from Orlando. We go to Tampa, spend some days in Tampa, and then we just drive back together. I don't want to miss less time in Tampa. I didn't want to stay a whole day in Atlanta. So I'm like filled up. I leave Atlanta at 5:45, 6 p.m. Dude, Atlanta to Orlando is another 6-7 hour drive.
Damn, dude.
No hesitation. I'm going.
That's 18 hours, dude. More than that.
Dude,
More than that.
I did 19 hours straight. Dude.
Dude.
I was good until 1 a.m.
You added 12 hours to your trip by leaving the keys in that kid's car.
Yo, you don't understand. If I was like, if only I called him sooner and be like, yo, I'm an hour away. Stop. I'll go get you. Somebody come with me. Oh, just an hour. Dude. But I was like, yo, people are like, what the It's 1 a.m. I stop at a McDonald's. Where's coffee? I'm like, come on. I ended up having to get a Red Bull. Like, I was like, I don't do Red Bulls. I needed something to keep me up. I get to her aunt's house at 3 a.m., 3:30. I was like, I'm starving. She's like, yeah, I know. The dinner's still there. I killed that dinner. Her aunt's like, hey. I'm like, hey, I'll see you in the morning. Yeah, because we were supposed to leave that night. We were going to leave that night. We would have been in So we left the next day, but, bro, I knocked out. My feet smelt like, bro, you know what it is to be in the same set of socks and shoes 19 hours straight, and you're tapping and going.
It's disgusting.
Oh, man. So I took the best shower. I put the shoes out. I felt bad. I air sprayed it heavily, and I just threw them suckers to the side and slept like a king until like maybe from like 4 to 9:30, 10 a.m. And then woke up, we ate, and then left midday to go to Tampa and spent the rest of the day. And then from Tampa, we drove back, okay. But here's the best part. I just put in 19 hours, the extra 12 on my car. I'm like, I got to give my car oil change, man. I just put it through the ringer. I did not know there were Wawas in Florida. So while I'm driving to Jiffy Lube, I see the most amazing thing I could see. I'm like, am I effing dreaming? I didn't know. Dude. I'm like, there's Wawas in hallucinating? Florida? Dude.
It's a mirage.
Dude. So I was like, nope, not going to do it to myself. I went to Jiffy Lube first. Got it out the way so that I could then pull into Wawa. Got coffee, hoagie, and I put it on my Insta story. Like, guys, here's part 1. I just like did it in 7 parts. People were like, no effing way, Charles. And my man Mike, who works at the University of Central Florida, was like, dude, I'm so happy there's Wawas out here. He's like, yeah, man, that's the greatest gift. I was like, yes.
Is there more than one?
Yeah.
there?
They got them near Tampa, and they got them near Orlando. I don't know if they have them in Miami and stuff, but they definitely have them in Orlando and Tampa. But man, it was the best gift.
How do we not have them?
It's the family's choice, man. It's the family's freaking choice of where you put it and where you go.
I like those breakfast sandwiches they got, dude.
Man,
the bagel with the sausage,
the
egg, and
croissants
cheese.
and stuff. I don't do it anymore because it's so fattening. But I do the hoagies and coffee. But
I do them whenever
If-
I see
if
them
I
because I don't
could-
ever see them.
people are like, dude, you should be their spokesperson. Because I'm pro Wawa. I always tell people, dude, my mom's in Jersey. My mom has a Wawa 5 minutes away from her. It's the best because there aren't that many Wawas in North Jersey. So they're bringing them up. They put them in. They're smart in the placements of where they're putting them at, because you don't want to. Rightfully so, and kind of messed up. You don't want to put them in a place where people are going to jack it up.
Yeah.
So there's sadly enough there isn't a Wawa in Newark, and there isn't a Wawa in Camden, and there isn't one in Atlantic City. It's crazy, but it's like they're like we wherever there's a lot of crime, we want to be careful. And
Yeah.
I'm like, all right. So, but you can't invest. Like, you can't buy stock in Wawa.
Because it's private.
Privately owned, family owned. Because I would. Are you kidding me, man?
Oh, man.
I'd
First time
buy-
I ate there, dude, I'd have bought some stock then.
Man,
dude.
I'd buy hella stock as much money I spend in Wawa.
Dude, that's dude, it doesn't even taste like gas station food.
No, it's
Like Sheets. You ever had Sheets?
no, because
Nowhere close.
It probably
dude.
tastes like Sheets.
Dude, it tastes like sheet, bro. Dude, it's like exactly the same thing as a Wawa. Touchscreens, gas station, some of the same food. Nowhere close, dude.
It's the Chick-fil-A method, man.
It is, dude. Chick-fil-A. You need to have a Chick-fil-A boot camp and a Wawa boot camp.
Dude, that's why I'm like, dude, I'm not. I laugh when I see some of these people spending $5.86 on a venti latte. I'm like, bro, $6. I got those $6.
I make my own coffee.
But that, I mean, I don't drink coffee every day, so I'm good. But I could do $6 at Wawa. That's a hoagie and a small coffee, man.
Yeah, dude.
Especially if the mugs,
God,
it's cheaper.
their coffee's so good. Their French vanilla creamer's so good.
What I'm gonna probably end up doing, what I don't like, is you can buy the coffee packets,
Yeah.
but they don't have all the flavors. They got
Like-
Columbia, regular, but they don't have French vanilla. I'm like, that's the one I want.
Yeah.
It's one of the more popular ones. How the freak do you not have that to sell?
I like them all, bro.
So-
Honestly, dude, they're
I mean,
all
I mix
good.
and match sometimes,
Yeah.
depending on the strength and stuff. Or I'll put in a bit of the cappuccino, wake myself up. But yeah, man, it's just freaking.
God, it's the best.
But one thing I'm doing now, and I think I'm starting to do it more so, is explore. I think it's one of the coolest things you could do. So I'm all about going to new locations. I'm all about going. Like, I don't like going to chains when I go to a different place. So like I went to I went to San Francisco for my 34th, and I got my first tattoo because I was like, it's my birthday. It's my first time out here. I'm gonna do something, make it memorable. So I got my first tattoo right. I got in the hardest place you could get it. On my
Ribs.
on my rib cage.
Yeah, I know where it's at.
That guy was like, brave soul. I was like, why is your first one? You're doing it there. He goes, if you ever get another one, you're gonna
Ain't
be
gonna
all right.
Shit, yeah.
So it wasn't big, but I was like, boom. And I went to this place. If you ever go to San Francisco, it's called Mama's. Dude, they open up at 8 a.m. and people line up at 6.
What kind of food is it?
It's like this amazing brunch spot. Bro, I got there at 8:30. I stayed in line. I got in at 10.
Worth it?
What? I can't wait to
What'd
go
you
back.
get? What'd you eat?
So they have homemade cocktails to wake you up. Like if you've gotten a hangover, dude, they own their own homemade jam. For like, dude, there.
Yeah.
So I had this amazing omelet with fresh vegetables, and I had 3 of the largest, softest, fluffy pancakes with homemade jam and syrup, dude.
Ooh,
They've been there
that
since the
sounds
50s.
delicious, dude.
Dude, it is so prominent that there are locals that go there. People line up at 6:30 because they open at 8. I got there at 8:30 and 8 at 10. An hour and a half. It was worth every mother
That's
loving
awesome,
bite,
dude.
man.
I want to try Roscoe's chicken and
I
waffles?
went there 2005.
I would
went
love to
Ro-
try that.
Roscoe's Chicken and
Have
Waffles.
you been to Goody
bro.
Goody Omelet House
No.
on Market Street?
No.
That's how they do. They line up out the door.
Goody Goody Omelet
Goody
House?
Goody Omelet House.
I've-
The omelets are like super fluffy. Like they somehow make the eggs fluff. I don't know how they do it, dude. Dude, I don't know how they do it.
Food is delicious. That's the way to a woman and a man's heart. I'm sorry.
Dude, I love to cook.
Oh,
So like
hey,
I'm a big cook. Grill, cook.
all right. So in college, this is how I got some really cool dates. So
Remember where you heard it first, folks.
So this is how I did it. My buddy was Dominican and Italian, and I'm Dominican and Puerto Rican. Dude, we both cooked.
That was it. That's how he got good dates right there.
Yo, no.
was
We
it.
could cook. We could cook. So what we would do, right? And of course, you know, we're both charismatic dudes, but we'd be like, yo, we would tell the girls like, listen, ladies, this is what we'll do. I'm like, you buy the food, we'll cook it. That's all you got. Just buy it, bring it over, we'll take care of the rest. Yo,
It's a win-win.
dude, and there were times,
win-win.
dude, and man, first of all, girls would, 8, 9s, and 10s, dude. But the thing was, since we love to cook so much, though, there were times we would just have maybe 6 to 8 girls in our apartment, just the two of us. And we would just cook, and you smelt it down the hall. That some of our dudes would be knocking on the door, and they'd just be like, "Yo," you know, like knocking on.
We smell it, dude.
Yo, let me in, dude. Or we're like, yo, what you cooking? And be like, yo, and then they'd be like, Dad, son, y'all got like 8 girls in here. What's up? I'm like, slow down, bro.
Slow your roll. Here's a
I was
plate.
like,
Go back to your room.
yeah. I was like, let us finish. I'm saying, can we chill? Like, nah, fam, chill out. Like, dog.
We
our
want the
plate-
ratio
I
like
was
this. We want it 8
it's
to
a little
2, bro.
crowded, bro. Like, relax. Or it got to the point that like, all right, but the ladies knew what it was, so
Yeah.
you know. And I remember, I'm like, yo, I remember jokingly, I was like, listen, don't think you gonna come in here, eat my food, and then try to pick up on the one girl I really want to talk to after I just put all this meal together,
Yeah.
bro. And I remember girls be like, don't worry, you have our full attention. And so I was like, damn,
That's what I want to hear.
But most of our boys are cool. But I can't tell you, my sophomore and junior year in college, we were raking in with just invites or dates and stuff. And not saying I was cleaning up, meaning I was boning every girl. No, chill. It was fun to be able to use that gift. My parents taught me how to cook, man.
Yeah. My
And
mom
that's
taught
free,
me how to
but
cook.
the thing, that's free food. Where the
That's
leftovers
what I'm saying.
staying, bro.
Win-win, bro.
That's how we used to think about it. I was like, yo, and they dare, bro. I'm like, they ate, they're happy, they're gone. He was like, bro, we ain't got to cook tomorrow. High five,
Free.
bro. That's what we did.
That's
all
how
the
you don't
time.
get fat in college. Because
So-
a lot of them college kids, they eat the microwave food. I can't do
I
it.
didn't. I had too fast of a metabolism, so I didn't
Yeah.
get the freshman 15 and none of that.
Well,
crap.
you were eating whatever you
know,
wanted.
Yeah,
You're eating
but-
home cooked meals, bro.
Yeah, but it didn't work. And even now, like there have been times like a good friend of mine, my buddy Kenny, was like, "Yo, I'm coming over." I said, "But I'm cooking. You bring the drinks. I got it." And I made the illest like homemade burgers with fresh avocado, lettuce, tomatoes, turkey. I just put it down. He's like, "Yo," I was like, "You're welcome."
See, I've just gotten
Yeah.
into smoking. So like I got a wood fire pellet smoker.
Nice.
Yeah, so I smoked a ribeye the other day, and then put it in my cast iron skillet to reverse sear it. Best steak I've ever had.
I can't wait. I got my sister a grill, like a huge freaking propane and electric. She could go either way.
Nice.
So I'm like, I need you to clean that sucker, so that when I come visit
Get it
you,
ready for me.
so when I come visit in the summer, I was like, I gave you the directions. It's only like 3 months old. So what it was is a friend of mine gifted it to me. She was moving. She was like, I got a brand new damn near grill, Charles. I'll take it.
Yeah.
And I rented a pickup, put it on the back of the pickup, drove it to my sister's, put it up, with the cover and everything. And I was like, clean it. If not, I'll clean it when I come back. I'm like, you can have a grill for the summer. We'll be grilling outside.
Dude, yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, I'll see you in May and June.
Yeah,
We'll be out there.
we just grilled shrimp yesterday, and it was beautiful. I built a deck back there on the back,
Yeah.
like a pretty nice deck,
Yeah.
and I just pulled the grill out. there and
Well, I'll tell you this though. So, dude, I'll reverse it on you. You tell me, bro. I'll come in with steaks and burgers if you gonna grill. I'm like, here you go, buddy.
dude, I'll cook
Boom.
whatever you want.
So we could set that up, man. But
Yeah.
you know that's what it is, man.
I love cooking, bro.
Bro, food is
I
food
love
is
to
the
cook for
ish.
somebody, and they be like, "This is delicious." There's nothing more gratifying.
Oh
than that, dude.
man, seeing them like
Yeah, and
like
they're just
lie to me and say it's not. But here, my favorite is because people don't do it as much. My favorite is breakfast.
I love breakfast, dude.
So people love breakfast, but the deal is that not a lot of people like to cook breakfast. They say it, but people are like more about lunches and dinners because one, you got to be up early and there's preparation with breakfast. There's a lot more fresh fruit.
All right, what's your perfect breakfast?
Oh man,
Let me hear it, dude.
Perfect breakfast is several different things. So I'm doing. I'm not gonna be super healthy, so I'm gonna go buttermilk, soft, fluffy pancakes. No peanut butter. So if I do anything, I'll put blueberries or I'll just leave them as is.
I love blueberry pancakes.
So,
dude.
but the fluffy stuff, I do that. With syrup on the side, no whipped cream, small amount of butter on the top, not the big glob. They put just a small piece. Then I'm gonna have on the side. Now I know the South, you like grits. I'm going soft honey maple oatmeal. So just a small amount.
We like oatmeal too.
So with that, and then I'm giving you an omelet. But this is how I mix my omelets. I'm going 3 egg white, 1 whole egg to separate instead of 3 regular eggs. I'm giving 2 whole white, 1 whole egg. Stir that in, and then I'm putting fresh green, fresh red peppers, not orange, fresh mushrooms diced in there. Tomatoes, I hold on the side. I don't want to cook the tomatoes just yet. I want to put it towards the
last because they're cooked so fast.
Sliced avocados on the side. Turkey cubes or turkey slices. Turkey slices are better there. You put them in, no cheese just yet, right? You let that simmer. Come in, flip it over. Then when I'm going to make the omelet in, I'll put in the tomatoes in there, the sliced avocados in the middle, flip it over. And then I'll take one bit. People like to do the shredded cheeses. I'm talking, no. I'll get a cheese slice, and I'll slice that into 3 thin strips, place it on top so it melts, so it sits when you cut it. And then place it there. Boom. Done deal. You have that as is. If you want hot sauce or ketchup, you're good. You have that on the side. And then next to that, fruit. But what kind of fruit? I'm doing strawberries. I'm doing strawberries and kiwi, not pineapple. Not in the morning.
I love kiwi, dude.
Diced strawberries and diced kiwi right on the side.
Kiwi's the best.
And that's your breakfast right there.
Oh, that sounds phenomenal, bro.
Now, you want to go more? You can do hash browns. You can do, but I'm not a big hash brown guy because it's fried and stuff. Or you could do some corned beef hash, if that. But I'm already putting turkey in my
yeah.
And then boom, there it is right there.
Sounds delicious,
bro.
Dude.
When I want to go in, I eat pancakes only on the weekends. It's like my gift. Like it's like my prize. Saturdays and Sundays. Boom, there you go.
That's how I do. I eat a biscuit.
Yeah.
I go get a biscuit from this place called Rise. You ever been there?
No, I'm telling you, man. I haven't been to a lot of establishments out here, bro.
All right, well, I'm telling you 2 different places right now. If you want the best omelet in town, actually, nobody will tell you this because they don't go to the hood to get their food. But 6th Street, Parchie's, place called Parchie's, best omelet in town. Best omelet in town. Black guy behind the counter, super cool, makes it perfect every time, dude. I always tip him. Because he's so good. He's so good, dude. And like the cheese is, dude, it's so good, dude.
And I think that is when you know somebody's gonna hook you up.
He takes pride in it, dude.
You but that's it. You pay extra, just like you pay extra for a barber. You pay extra for. So it's funny. I sneak it in all the time now because now that there was one dude who worked at a Wawa who would always do he hooked me up on my sandwiches, and then he left, but he trained the other girl. She was good with me, and I was tipping her. She would use 2 breads. So she would take the one bread and turn it to a bottom slice and just overload and then put another bread on top. Dude. I basically had a double hoagie and I was like, Nina, I love you. And I would slip her an extra 5.
Yeah.
Or I would slip her an extra 10 and I'm just like, because I'm going to keep coming with it. Dude, that's what it is. There are certain restaurants that they would do me. And that's why I like the local mom and pop stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, when I went to Mama's, I left that ill tip because they took care. I didn't feel rushed. They don't rush you. They want you to enjoy that food and that experience. Loved every freaking minute.
That's so sick. I love an experience. I love food.
That's why, and
courtesy.
Yeah,
food and courtesy, bro. Like
I went to Chicago, 2011, and my friend was like, she took me to the original Uno's, the very first one in Chicago. I was like, oh crap! And then she took me
Pizza.
to
Pizza. Okay.
yeah, and then she took me to this breakfast spot she knew I loved, and that was sick too. Like, that's what it was. I went to Toronto with my buddy a few years back. We went to a local.
You've been to Canada.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So we just, let's go to Toronto. We went during the Toronto Film Festival.
Really?
Dude.
That's sick.
First of all, they thought we were celebs. My man could pass for a baseball player. My boy, Larry. Big, jacked up, freaking handsome ass bastard. I love him to death. So, so everywhere we went to a brewery. And I never been inside one, to be honest. Like, now they're out here, but there's no breweries in Jersey. Went to a brewery, and it's the Yankees versus Toronto. And we're there, and I was like, we're just going to have to fake it. So we're in there. We're not wearing hats. People are dressed up. And we're like, oh, crap. People thought we were directors because we were in regular clothes.
Really?
So we didn't they were just like, oh, yes, gentlemen, come in. So when we walk in, we're like, what? And I was like, Larry, just play it cool, bro. He goes, dude, I'm not the film guy. You are. Like, Larry's a cop. So but I'm in production. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna just follow your lead. I'm like, bet. So we're walking like, gentlemen, would you? This guy walks up with a tray with free beverages, gives us 2 brewskis. We're like, oh yeah, great. One was coming in. It's like, so what projects are you working on right now? Without skipping a beat, I was like, well, actually, next project is it's gonna be a typical like Law and Order cop film. So that's what we're invested in. I said, this is actually the main guy. Oh, really? I'm like, yeah, he's an actor. He's an actor and an officer. So it works out well. Oh, wow. So, yeah. It's like, oh, great. Well, this is my name and blah, 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 blah. My IMDb. I'm like, cool. And I was just like, boom. And Larry's just like, dude. I was like, yo, smooth, right? I was like, oh, man. And dude, we got treated like royalty everywhere.
Dude, that's awesome.
And we played it cool though. We weren't trying to, like, if we got in, we got in. If we didn't, we didn't. We just kept it moving. Toronto was a dope place. They were super hospitable to us, man. When we went, Toronto's a dope place, man. Like, we met a waitress, and she became our tour guide. That was all Larry. Like, he was smooth with it.
Yeah.
But he's like, hey, he's like, can I? Her name was Erica, and I got in touch with her again. She's married, super cool girl. Would you be our guide? She's like, yeah. She's like, yeah, me and my friend are going out. They're like, dude, perfect. We're like, look, we'll follow you. We'll drive, whatever. They got in the car with us. Like, there's 2 random dudes from Jersey. We showed our IDs. I'm like, just in case. And they had the traditional Toronto, like, she was like, it's different from, she's like, it's quite different from Jersey, We were like, you actually do that. And we went, they took us to the one Spanish, Latin spot where they dance. And once people realized that we were like natural born Spanish dancers and we were Spanish, first of all, I got breaks. Larry didn't get a break. To the point where I turned into that freaking high school kid again. I had women. That's your brother, right? We just said, yeah, we're brothers. So it's like, is your brother available? Is your brother dating anyone? Where are you guys from? They're like, do you and your brother visit often? I was like, bro, is this happening again? I'm like, am I that guy again? Is this happening? I was like, I don't know. I don't know when we're coming back. Ask me yourself. I was like, come on, man. But we had a great time. Toronto's a dope place, man. I would say go when it's a little warmer. We got lucky because we went October, so it was like 60s. We were good. And on the way back, we stopped in Buffalo, see the Niagara Falls. But what do you do in Buffalo? Gotta get Buffalo Wild Wings. So we went to one of the more prominent spots. And it was good and bad because Buffalo was playing. Dude, that place is a ghost town when the Buffalo Bills are playing at home.
Really?
Dude, ghost town. We went. There was like maybe 5 people there. This one girl I know out there, I met at my cousin's wedding. She met us out there. Dude, the bar, the wing spot. It was like 7 people in there. Why? Because everybody's at the damn game.
They're at the stadium too,
they're
tailgating
at the
too,
game.
probably.
Yeah. They didn't know. Like, but it's not like Jersey. Like, my dad and my mom, they're on the opposite sides of MetLife. So if I'm at my dad's a little closer. I can get to MetLife from my dad's in 10 minutes. I get to my mom's maybe 15, 20, depending on traffic. But it's not a ghost town.
Yeah, there's still
like
people
there's
out.
Mad people. There's still traffic when the game's going.
Yeah.
Buffalo, dude, if we were in the South, I would have saw tumbleweeds pass, and I was like, yo, this is nuts,
That's
bro.
crazy.
Everybody's at the game. I was like, wow. Wild. And that's the only thing I could think about down south. Like, there's certain states and certain stadiums, like, dude, There's nobody in the street when Alabama's playing at home.
Mm-mm. They're
There's-
all at the stadium.
There's nobody in the street when Georgia or when Clemson. Clemson, I think more Clemson because and Alabama. Reason why is they don't have professional teams like Georgia. You got the Hawks, you know. I was like, all right, you got the Falcons, so you have major league
right.
sports. South Carolina, it's Clemson. They don't have any other, you know. Alabama, it's nothing. You got Auburn and Alabama. That's what they're known for, college towns. Texas is different, like New York, Texas, Florida, and Cali. Well, Florida not so much, but New York, Texas, and Cali.
South Carolina's probably like that
know.
too, though.
But they don't have a professional team. That's
I'm
why.
saying they're like the game.
Oh hell yeah! I'm
probably-
pretty sure it's empty. I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
no man's land. You know, and the only other place I can think about is like the Little Tri area of Illinois and Michigan.
Well, South Carolina
Wisconsin.
and like Tennessee and places like that, even the small towns
Well,
when the high school games are going on.
But they're
Nobody's-
Friday Night Lights.
they're all
But now
closed.
Tennessee's lucky because you know you got the Titans.
Yeah.
So and you know their Nashville team is doing all right, but like when you are in a state that you have several professional teams, you're dude, you have more than enough. Like New York can't say jack. You got 7 damn sports teams, even though 2 play in Jersey because of that. But dude, you got the Yankees and the Mets. You got the freaking Knicks and the Nets, and then you have the Islanders and the Rangers.
6. Yeah, that's 6,
I'm like,
dude. That's crazy, dude.
That's pro teams. No. Buffalo Bills, even though they're up top. There we go, 7. Come on.
Cali's kind of the same way.
Yeah,
too.
but Cali is warmer.
It's
She got the
huge, though.
beach, so it's
Yeah.
different. And they moved it around. And LA's too. I hate that they put all of them there because Oakland lost out, even though it's all across the bridge. But Golden State is now playing in San Francisco, so Oakland and they lost the Raiders. So Oakland's only gonna have the Oakland A's. Raiders are gonna be in Vegas. So what does LA have? LA has everything now. LA has the Rams.
Are A's
LA
even
has-
still a team, dude?
Huh?
Are the A's even still a team?
Oh yeah. They almost made the playoffs last year.
Really?
Yeah. The A's they do their business, man.
Ah.
So
Dude, I got Jason Giambi's autograph when he played for the A's.
I remember when
It was
he
the
going
ball
on-
was in that glove. My kid must have thrown it somewhere, but I had the
Nah,
ball in that
man.
glove.
Yeah.
His forearms were like this.
Oh yeah, bro. They just you just put the needle in.
Juice
Swollen.
it up, boy.
All of a sudden went from I hit 12 homers. All right. This year he smacks 49. I'm like 12 to 40. What a ratio. Like dag.
Dude, how about Mike Trout's contract? $440 million.
Yeah, man. I just
And
Bryce Harper.
Harper, yeah.
I mean, you gotta pay him. You gotta pay him where they
crazy,
go.
dude.
Because not for nothing, they're like, oh, that's a lot. I go, do you realize how much the owners make though? So I don't put it past them. I'm like, bro, the owners make a position. That's why with the NCAA, I'm like, bro, I feel bad for those kids playing, dude. In the sense
They
that
don't even get paid.
and it's not even that. The NCAA made billions this year. because
Oh,
of
yeah.
Zion. Let me fix that. NCAA basketball made billions because of Zion Williamson and the Duke program. And
They do every year, bro.
The
Duke
viewership
is like that every
the viewership,
year.
Nah, but this was different.
This was
though.
a big year.
They
for
had
Duke.
3 of the top 5, and in the draft it'll be 2, Barrett and Zion, top 2 freshmen.
They've always
So-
had recruiters that are just
Yeah.
absolutely bonkers.
But they made
dude.
billions, man, billions over advertising, all that stuff. They didn't see any of that, man.
You know how much a Duke Carolina ticket is?
So here's the cheapest ticket was $2,100.
Yeah.
And
Ridiculous.
if they made it to the championship, which is tonight, it's going to start in a few minutes. If they made it, they were saying that it would have superseded Super Bowl tickets because they've never met in a Final Four or championship, and people were hoping.
Really? Carolina Duke never met in the Final
Never.
Four championship?
Ever.
Really?
Ever.
I know they've been Sweet 16 though.
No, they don't. They've never met because they want to always. They're like that's the dream matchup.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing. That's the biggest rivalry in college sports. Basketball is Duke, North Carolina, but in college sports, it ranks the number 1 rivalry over Ohio State, Michigan. It's the number 1 ranked college rivalry, and then in all sports,
Tobacco Road, dude.
yeah, and in all sports, I think it's ranked 3rd in all sports. Of
Damn,
rivalries.
that's crazy,
Because
dude.
the longevity of certain ones, like Yankees, Boston, duh, but then football. What's one of the greatest and oldest rivalries?
Cowboys, Redskins.
Nah. You're right. With
Cowboys,
you're in
Philly?
the conference. Nah. Bears, Packers.
Bears, Packers. Okay.
Hence why they're going to open up the season because it's their 100th time meeting.
Wow. That's
You know?
crazy, dude.
Because they're the oldest rivalry. And it's
But
dope.
it's just
Now,
nothing like
you
the
know,
college. It's nothing like
nothing,
the atmosphere of the
nothing,
college
nothing.
basketball, dude.
Nothing. And they're.
Do you
and
like
they're
watching
stuff-
college basketball?
Certain games, yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Just the heart.
Yeah. And that's why that game is always the highest rated game, no matter their rank. That's why, dude, the ACC semifinal when they played each other and they lost by
That was
1
amazing,
point.
dude.
Dude, it was the highest rated championship week game. That game. The highest rated.
That's crazy that they don't like.
So the dream is to have them meet in the national championship. Dude, if they met at the national
How
championship.
crazy would that be?
How
dude?
crazy. Barack was there for the regular season game. Do you know who would have been
Was he?
there? Yeah, bro.
Really?
Yeah, he when his shoe ripped off. Brock like his shoe ripped off.
Oh, he was
Yeah,
there for the
yeah.
Zion game where his shoe ripped off.
So imagine if they met in the national championship.
Said his
Bro,
shoe ripped off.
basketball players would have been there. I guarantee you the NBA would have done
Oh,
shit
yeah.
because they would have been like, hold up. Nah, LeBron would have been like, bro, I'm trying to go to this game. Kobe would have been like, I'm going to be. Yo, you would have seen Michael. You'd have seen Jordan. You'd have seen Kobe. You'd have seen Magic. You'd have seen LeBron. You'd have seen all top-notch dudes at tonight's game if it was Duke, North Carolina.
Oh man, that would have
Like
been
they would have,
awesome, dude.
stars would have been in the front, or stars would have been probably in like row 4.
Yeah.
Because you like, yo, I'm not Mike status, so I'm not sitting row 1 or 2. You know, like now I gotta sit row 4. Like I'm a star, but I'm not a star.
You
Or I
think
didn't
they
go to
give
Duke.
Jordan tickets?
Huh?
You think they just give him his tickets?
First of all, Jordan doesn't get tickets. He is North Carolina. It's just
I'm saying
where
like,
do you wanna
oh,
sit?
yo, it's Mike. I'm coming. Is that you think that's how it goes?
it's more like his rep. Yeah, where would he like to sit? That they'll give him a section.
Dude, that's so cool. That's so
it's
cool.
that thing. It's like where does he sit? Like Christian Laettner, Grant Hill, because they're Dukies. They'd be like, where'd you gentlemen like to sit? You know,
Dude, that's
they're
so
more prominent.
cool, dude.
Mike doesn't get asked. If anything, think about it like this. Imagine you're in row 2, and Mike is like, yo, let me get your seats, bro.
I like that seat.
Yo,
And
you're
you're
gonna be
like-
like, you know, there's gonna be like, yo, what am I getting for it though? You're like, yeah, Mike, or like, bro, I'm not trying to sell a nosebleed. What's in it for me? I'm like, yo, can I listen? You can have my seat. I'm sitting on my brother's lap for the whole game. Like, bump that, bro. Yo, I don't care. Why? We sitting next to Mike, dog. Let's go.
Yeah.
You know, you thinking about it like that, bro. It's wild as hell, man. Wild as hell.
When dude, that's just, it's crazy because I was young when Mike was playing, like real young, because I'm 29. So
Okay.
like I was real young, but he was like the man. Like he was my hero, dude.
Yeah. I funny enough. So I saw Mike in his heyday. I saw Mike. First game I went to, the second game I ever went to was Bulls Nets because I was in Jersey, and Mike demolished the hell out of them.
I wish I could.
And we were
have
all
seen
chilling. It was
dude.
1993.
Oh man,
His
bro.
last year, and it killed me because bastard retired on my birthday. Retired on October the
Really?
6th. It was the worst birthday ever. Like, happy birthday! And my brother's like, hey, Mike's on TV today.
Michael
announced my
Jordan,
retirement. I was
me-
like, oh, yep.
Me and Michael Jordan got the same birthday,
Oh yeah,
February 17th. Yeah.
Yeah, I knew everything what was about Mike, but I remember watching him. I remember, you know, some of the because of Mike. Me and my brother had good moments. Like when he hit that game winner in '97. My mom was like, Charles, you gotta go to
The
bed.
buzzer beater.
Yeah, mom was like, you gotta go to bed. I'm like, Ma, and my brother was like, Ma, he's with me. It's all right. I'm like, thank you, bro. I'm like, you kidding me? I'm trying to watch Mike win these chips, man. You better cut that out. And I remember seeing that buzzer beater, my brother, and
That's so
like,
crazy,
yeah,
dude.
man, because my dad would be in bed at that time.
There was nothing
But you
like
remember
that back then,
yeah,
dude.
you remember the slam dunks then, like buzzer beater games then. It was different then, where it is now. I'm like, the refs make this league so soft. I'm just like, but you remember where you were for certain games, bro. Like I remember Kobe's last game when he dropped 60. I was in Buffalo Wild Wings. Both my younger brothers, my
60
stepbrother,
points.
and my buddy. And it was just dope. I remember where I was for that. And, you know, I remember seeing certain games, like the flu game. I remember where I was watching that game. You know, like certain things, you're like, wow, you know, it lived down. Like I remember, so David Cohn pitched a perfect game for the New York Yankees, 1996.
Yeah.
My sister got invited to go to that game, so she leaves, and that game happens, and me and my dad and brother are psyched. Because she comes back, we're like, oh my God, what was it like? Oh, she's like, what? We're like, what do you mean, what? Dude, you were at a perfect game. She was like, oh, I didn't go. Yo, we
Oh,
wanted to rip her a new.
no.
Yo, we blasted her. We're like, yo, you're an idiot. Remember, like, yo, you stupid. You smoking rock. Yo, do you know what just happened? She's like, what? I don't get it. And she was like, what? Dad, he was like, that was a perfect game. She's like, what does that mean? We're like, Stephanie, that doesn't happen
Ever.
ever. It's like there's only 20 in history now. There was like only 16.
Is there only 20?
There's 20 something perfect
That's
games.
crazy, dude.
And I'm like, Stephanie,
Think how many baseball games are played per year per team.
yo, it's hard to be a perfect game.
And baseball is like 100 years old.
Oh,
maybe
it's
more than that.
It's more than
150
yeah.
probably.
It's more than 100. They've been playing since the late 1800s.
That's crazy.
So, but yeah, we ripped her a new one for that. We're like,
Dude,
Stephanie,
David
we
Cone,
were
he
the-
was a chubby guy.
No, that was that was David Wells.
David
So
Wells pitched
he was
a
the
perfect
second
game
one.
too.
Yeah. David Cone was the first one.
I'm trying to picture David Cone, what he looks like, because I had every baseball card, and I
Skinny
watched.
blonde guy.
I can't picture
Look,
him,
look,
but I
look,
remember
look,
David
look,
Wells
look.
though.
He looked a little like Tom Glavine, just a bit.
Oh man, Tom Glavine was hell to watch, wasn't he? John Smoltz,
First of all, I think that's the
Andy
best.
Pettit. Remember Andy Pettit?
Of course,
dude?
he was on the Yankees.
Loved Andy
But here's,
Pettit.
I think the Braves had the best trio, even though I was a Yankee fan.
Smoltz,
Smoltz, Maddox, and Glavine.
Maddox,
Bro,
yeah.
you didn't want to see those guys in the playoffs.
Dude.
Because if you handled one, Big Brother number 2 and 3 is like, if you smacked up Smoltz, Max is like, I got it, bro.
Well, Smoltz commentates now. He's
Yeah,
he's kind of fun to listen to.
But
Have you ever done sports commentating?
when I was in college, I did.
I feel like
I
you would be
did-
really
I did
good at
basketball
that.
and football, but it was just, watching certain stuff. Like certain commentators, man, they get you set. Like I was watching, remember 1991 playoffs, and it was Marv Albert, and Michael Jordan comes down, and he spins, and you just hear Marv going, Jordan trying to make a move on Starks. Oh, what a move by! And then he slams on you, and you hear the whistle. Bam! It was like, oh, what a move by Jordan. Oh, and it counts. Oh my, the continuation. Like that's the stuff. I remember the small guy from San Antonio. His last name's escaping me. He hits a buzzer beater at the half, and he's like dunking to so and so. He goes. He lets it go at the buzzer. Bang! And I was like, oh, like when your boys are like, oh, like, that's what you live for, man. Those are the best.
Yeah.
I got to see a walk off for the first time in my life on Father's Day. I took my dad to Baltimore. We went to an Orioles game.
Camden Yards.
And then
Awesome.
I was like, Dad,
Beautiful
it was Jersey
stadium. I've
Day,
been there.
free Jersey Day, because every time on Father's Day they do something really cool and unique. So that was the first time we did it. And so we went, and it was hot as hell. It was 101. My dad's baking. So my dad goes up. I'm like, no, I'm a trooper. I'm staying down in the seats. And I'm like, Dad, 9th inning, though. Come down. I have a good feeling about this. I bought him a Powerade. He's chilling up there. And I'm like, Dad, 9th inning, come down. He's like, ah. I'm like, oh, God. So my dad stays there. I was like, but I already made friends with the locals were there. And Davis. Or it was not Davis. Oh, man. It was not the first baseman. It was dude who just got traded. He was from Cleveland, and he went there, but 2 outs. Shot. Bottom of the ninth.
That sounded just
Bang.
like a wooden bat hitting a baseball.
Dude, left field, left dead center, left right there. And it just, and you hear, and then the crowd, and I'm hugging strangers. We're like, yeah.
Dude, that's so cool.
Oh, dude, it's a walk off. And I turn and look at my dad, and he's looking at me like, damn, my bad. Like, yeah, bro, we could have shared this moment next to each other, but it was so freaking dope. So the next day we went to Pittsburgh. They played the Cubs. Pittsburgh lost. And I told my dad, he goes, listen, I already know 9th inning, I'll be
Coming
down.
down.
All right.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't care what the score is. I'm like, all right, Pop, we'll go. So this year it's either going to be Boston or the Nationals.
Nice.
So
you been to Fenway?
No.
Beautiful.
So, my thing is,
Beautiful
I want to hit all ballparks, but on Father's Day I like to do a different one with my dad.
Yeah.
So this year,
I went to the old Yankee Stadium when they had
Oh.
Paul O'Neill, Derek
I went
Jeter.
to both. I went to both.
I don't think I've been to the new one yet.
I
But
went to
Fenway
both.
Park
I
is
like the old
amazing, dude. You're gonna love
I've been
it.
to Wrigley Field.
Oh, I tell you, I'd like to go to Wrigley. That's the oldest field in the United States.
Yeah, that in Boston.
Yeah,
Those are the two oldest
Fenway.
ones.
Yeah.
True story, real quick. It was so when I went, they let you do tours and stuff, and so they let us do the visitor dugout, and they're like, "Oh, this is the same exact locker that Jordan sat when he played for the Sox," and I'm sitting in it like, I'm like, somebody take a picture quick, and so they took us out into the field because they let you stand, by the dugout, and I walk over to the guy, I'm like, dude, I'm like, I'm begging you. I'll be the last guy. I won't do anything crazy. I don't want to run the bases. I'm like, can I just step in the batter's box and I'll run right out, please? I'm like, dude, I flew all the way from Jersey. I know people give you stories about where they're from. I'm not gonna do anything stupid. He goes, all right, you gotta make it quick. You gotta be the last one. I said, promise. And he let me. He's like, boom. And I give my friend the phone. She takes a picture. I run over to the batter's box, and I pose like I'm in a batter stance. And then I did the Tim Tebow kneel. And this other guy saw me, and he ran up, and he got down real quick with me, and we both did it. And then we took a picture on the on deck circle with the Cub sign, and then that was it.
That's
and we
so
looked at the
cool.
guy. He was like, "All right, guys, get out of here." So we went down. I was like, "Thank you, dude." You know, I think like I love stuff like they let you get away with like something like that. But it was dude. It's a great field, bro. It's historic.
Yeah, I want to go.
It's so, dude. You have to. And then the food out there. Oh man, it's amazing. And I went to a Bears game, and they played Detroit, and it was amazing being in Soldier Field. It's just. Sports are it's great.
Turner Field was amazing. I've been to Turner Field.
Yeah, bro, it's a great atmosphere, but I don't think you can go at too young of an age. Like first game I ever went to, I was 11, and I think that was cool. 10, 11's like you go.
Yeah.
But like bringing little kids, I'm like they really can't enjoy it that much. Like I wouldn't have enjoyed the game the same at 7 than I did at 11.
Yeah.
You know, so I thank my dad for waiting a little bit, but. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Every major sporting event except for tennis was with my dad. First baseball game, my dad. First basketball game, my dad. First football game was with my dad.
Yeah, that's how I want it to be for him.
Yeah.
I want to take him to do stuff like that.
Certain things, I'm like, bet. First tennis match was because of my best friend. Saw the U.S. Open final.
Oh shit!
Nadal, Djokovic, and Nadal won. And it was cool because I got to see my favorite.
I bet that's different watching that live.
Oh man, it's epic.
It's not like watching on TV like hockey.
No.
Totally different when you watch hockey.
I've
live.
only been to one hockey game. It was dope too.
Devils.
No, 2 games actually. Yeah. So, never been to a Rangers game. I would like to see what it's like. I've been to 2 Knicks games.
Rangers fans are insane. Dude, our hockey stadium, when they play the Rangers, full of Rangers fans. Full.
Yeah.
There's more Rangers fans than Hurricanes fans.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. It's full, dude.
But, dude, that's like not for
Hurricanes made the playoffs for the first time in 10 years.
That's like Dallas, though. You'll find Cowboys fans
Everywhere. Yeah.
I don't get guff because I'm a Bears fan. So and then after I tell them why, people leave me alone.
Why?
Because Walter Payton.
And
then they're like, all right, respect. I'm like,
yeah.
damn, well,
how do you not respect that?
I'm like, I wish somebody would be like, pfft. I'm like, excuse me?
That's why I like the Orioles too.
I'm like, who's your team so I can knock off whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, who do you gonna tell me? Cleveland? What are you gonna say? Washington? I'm like, yeah, who's your premier guy? Redskins fan. Who? We've won. I don't care that you won. Who's your premier guy? Because I can say Walter Payton and everybody stops. There's an award named after him. Is there an award named after anybody on your squad?
That's crazy too.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. That was the saddest. It was one of the saddest. I was a junior when he passed, man.
Remember Bo Jackson, dude?
Bro, hello, everybody.
Deion
knows Bo.
Sanders, dude. They played 2 professional sports.
And there's some
How
players
crazy
that could,
is
but
that?
they don't allow you to do that.
Dude, that's wild, ain't it?
Yeah, man, it's free.
Deion was fun. Remember Randy Moss, dude? How
bro,
just
when
much
he
of
was
a
young,
freak he was, dude.
I if it wasn't for certain injuries, there were certain players. Like if Ken Griffey never injured his wrist,
I loved Ken Griffey when I was young,
he was
dude.
pure. He was a pure dude.
Loved
he would
him.
have had probably 800 if he didn't injure his wrist, because he would die for those balls. He was that guy. You know, boom. I remember watching the Cal Ripken game with my dad. I remember watching the All-Star game where he hit the home run. When Bill Clinton was in the batters in the booth.
Cal Ripken was my favorite baseball player.
And I remember when he broke the record, and it was like crazy. But until the fiasco, sadly, my favorite player was Barry Bonds. Until
Oh man, he was so much fun to watch. He was cranking those balls in the San Francisco Bay, dude. People were out there on boats going to the ball when it hit the water,
stuff,
dude.
Yeah.
How crazy was that?
It was one of the best.
Him and
years,
Mark
man.
McGuire, wasn't it? Oh, no, it was Mark McGuire and Sammy Sosa.
Yeah. That year. It was Mark McGuire, Sammy Sosa that year. It was funny. It was McGuire, Griffey, and then towards the tail end, Griffey slowed down, and then it was Sosa and McGuire. And then it was just Bonds. He just went a few years later and just smacked 73.
Dude, we saw the Cubs one time. I can't remember who they played or where we were at, but we were on the left field line, and Sammy Sosa was warming up, and he was probably like from here to your car. From us, like where we're at. My little brother was like, Sammy. Sammy Sosa turned around and said, what? I swear to God, he did,
So,
dude.
Yo, the two dudes I saw close. So I went to a Mets game. I won like a contest. So we got to meet some of the Mets players, and I see John Franco. But they were playing the Giants, and it was when Dion was playing.
Oh,
And who's in the who's in the batter's box? I still got their pictures. I took pictures of them. I didn't get to meet them. Barry Bonds and Deion Sanders. And where were our seats? Outfield behind Barry Bonds and Deion Sanders.
oh man.
Who hits a homer to
bro.
win that game? They won 1-0. Deion Sanders hits a homer.
Dude,
I didn't catch it, but I'm watching it. I was like,
that's so dope, dude.
I was like, dude, it was in the 90s when he was able to do that stuff. I'm like, that's wild.
that was the best era, dude. When we were younger, growing up.
Oh man, yeah. Now
Best.
it's just so commercialized and all that stuff.
Dude, thank you for doing the podcast.
Oh, bro, this is dope.
I would love to. I would love to do more. I got my other Mike will be here tomorrow, so I finally got it taken care of.
All right, cool.
Mike will be here tomorrow. We can do 2,
Dude,
3
nah.
people, whatever you want.
Whatever. Yeah, man.
I feel like you should have a show like this, dude.
I'm gonna have to start something, bro. It's
Dude,
just my
you
schedule.
need to, bro. Like you're such a good talker, bro. Like
man.
dude, you're so relatable. Like you should have something like this, some type of outlet. I just feel like you have so much inside of you, dude, that just needs to come out. Like other people should be. That's why I'm so glad I met you doing comedy, and I got to see you like get out that thing that people love about you, dude. Like that's what I see, dude. Like I see it come out of your mouth, and people are like, "Man, I like him."
Is this how you got your girlfriend? You just shot her out with comments? She's like,
Nah,
oh my
bro.
God.
No, I got her. I saw her walking by. I said, "Damn!" And she was like, "What'd you say?" I was like, "I'm so sorry. It just came out. Like I'm so sorry." And I apologized to her. And
I'd have been like, "No, I left my wallet," and I was just upset. I'm sorry. You are beautiful, but I just left my wallet, and I'm not gonna ask you for money. However, it would help on the walk home if you could give me your number
and your hand and just walk me home.
Just, I wouldn't even ask for her hand because maybe she's got things to do. But I'd be like, but if you allow me to call you later, it makes the ride home a lot more enjoyable. And she'd be like, okay.
You know how I got my girl for
Boom.
real though? I was she had this really hot friend, and so I hit her in the DMs. I was like, "Yo, what's up with like knowing that she was the one I wanted?" I'm like, "What's up with Ashley, your friend Ashley?" I was like, "She's super hot." I was like, "She got a boyfriend?" And then it sparked the conversation because she was like, "Wait, why does he want my friend and not me?" And I'm just like, "Yeah, really, I want you and not your friend." That's what I'm thinking the whole time. And then I was like, "You know what? We're hanging out tonight." And we hung out New Year's Eve 3 years ago. Was our first date, and I kissed her at midnight, dropped her off at her house, and
Dude.
been with her ever since.
Bro,
We had a baby 3 months later. And we've been together ever since, dude. 3 years.
Dude, that's
Yeah.
a freaking sketch, dude.
Isn't that
That's like
crazy?
that's a stud. That's a movie, dude.
That's
You gotta put
crazy.
something together.
We go every year, New Year's Eve, we go to Hops on Oleander because that's where we went our first date. So we go there every year, New Year's Eve.
That's dope.
We go to the same spot. And
That's
yeah.
freaking dope.
we just reflect on the whole year and the ups and downs. And
That's something.
Yeah.
I do certain things like that. I think people, if you have your own, this would be my little bit of advice for those who are listening. Have your own personal tradition that you do. You don't have to advertise it. If you share it, you share it. But have something no matter what. Like one thing I do now is I always do something different for my birthday. So am I going to watch the sunset on the beach because I've never done it? Am I going to like go somewhere else? Am I going to bike somewhere? I've got to do something different.
like something you've never done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or a traditional thing. Like one of the things I always do is I'm watching the sunrise or the sunset on my birthday.
Oh, I like that.
And it's freaking, I started this at, I want to say when I was 29. Because what I did
That's how old
was
I am.
I did 29 miles on my 29th birthday. I biked 15 and I jogged 14.
Really?
Yeah, and it was all along the Hudson River. So I did it dumb late. And I'll show you before I did, but I still got pictures. So what I did was I biked to 7.5, and then I jogged 7, just on the corridor. And there's this little strip, right, on the Jersey side where there's rocks that go into the, like 1/4 of the way into the Hudson River. So there's nothing surrounding you but water because you're treading on rocks to get out there, and I did. And I saw the sunrise, and I just screamed at the top of my lungs, bro. And I just took it all in, like, yeah.
Dude, that's awesome.
Then I did 7 miles back on foot. got on the bike, boom, and I didn't know I did 29 miles until I calculated when I went home.
Really?
I said, holy shit,
29 miles on your 29th birthday.
So then after that, I was like, I got to do 30 on 30, 31 on 31, or I got to do something different. I always got to do something. And one of the things I always like to do, though, is I got to see either the sunrise or the sunset. I got to do something different. And it's just for me. If I'm with family, I'm with family. If I'm with my lady, if I'm by myself, it doesn't matter. But that's why I say you got to have a tradition. What are you doing that's just for you, no matter what? Like Father's Day. It's a ballpark. Dad, pick one. We got to do a ballpark every Father's Day. I don't care who or what. That's non-negotiable, Dad. Don't piss me off. I'm paying for the... No, shut up, Dad. We don't see each other. I live far away now. Pick a stadium. We're going. That's it. But okay, and that's it, and we enjoy it. You know,
That's awesome, dude.
Because you don't know, like, yo,
How many more you got?
Here today, gone tomorrow, man. I could go. So I'm like, let me live a life, leave a legacy. I want it to be dope. That's why when I'm on stage, bro, I have no fear. I'm like, yo, you're either gonna like me or you're not. When I talk to people, you're either gonna like me or you're not. When I was dating, you're either gonna like me or you're not. You know. And I want it to be genuine. It ain't about money. It's about character, you know. And it's like, yo, some people got great character. Some people don't. You can have a trash day, bro. But yo, who's your character? You can have a horrible day, but that doesn't mean you're that person all the time. You know, people see that. People can read that. So I'm like, who am I most of the time, and who do I like to be? So when I'm talking to my students, I'm like, bro, I'm too upbeat. You're not paying my bills, and you're not taking my money. So it ain't too much for me to be mad at. If you costing me money, then yeah, I'm like, bro, you just cost me 50 or 100. Like, I'm tight.
Yeah.
You know, like I get pulled over by a cop. You are not my favorite person. You just gave me a speeding ticket, dumb wop. No, I don't want to hear from you. Whatever. Go. Do something. Get hurt. I don't care. You know, where like, why am I going to get pissed? Like, I've had some pretty horrible stuff, you know, happen. And people say stupid stuff to me. I've experienced everything from racism to, like, you know, all types of stupid stuff. And I'm like, all right, it didn't harm my life. It didn't harm anybody else's life. You didn't take my job. You didn't do that much. Words can hurt, but here's my thing. But you're not killing the quality of my life. And there's so much more positive that's going down that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm thinking about. Like, you got a 2-year-old, so everything you do, you're doing it for him. So that when he's 12, when he's 22, he doesn't have to worry about much, but at the same time, he's got somebody who's going to set him straight and be like, nah, chill. I can't do that. Why? You know, I think one thing that helped me growing up was I was more scared of my dad and my brother than my friends. I was on the football team getting smacked by big boys, and I was still scared of my brother more than anybody else. You know, it wasn't until I was like, I want to say 22 that I was like, all right, I'm not as scared of my brother. And then I was like, now I'm just got to, you know, I got to be smart with who I'm testing. I ain't going to fight a dude who's 6'6", 280. You going to kill me. Yeah. You know your limits, but I ain't going to be a punk. So what did I make sure I could do? I knew I had a gift of gab, but I had to argue with that. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to make sure. So I remember I was at a university, and these 3 dudes wanted to fight me. We were in public, talking all this trash, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, bro, I'm like, so you want to do this right here? We're like in the courtyard at school, daylight. I said, all right, bet. I said, we could do this. I said, yeah. I said, your boy's going to jump in too? It was over something stupid. I can't remember. And I remember they were standing right there. I go, here. I go, this is what we're going to do, bro. I said, guy, I'm going to let you get the first hit. I'll even let you get the first 3. And you can say I'm a punk. Yeah, beat me. Hit me hard. Try to knock me out. And it's like, and his boy was like, man, yo, just hit this little nigga already. Hit him. And I'm like, all right. 3 black dudes. All right. And I was like, all right. I'm like, guy, do it. I said, because you know what's going to happen. I'm going to just hit your heads up. You're going to hit me. I am not going to hit you back. I'm going to hit you where it hurts, bro. I said, you're going to call me a snitch, but I'm going to file a report. And then when I'm standing in front of our hearing, I'm going to ensure that you and your 2 boys get expelled. And yeah, ain't y'all like juniors? So you spent 3 years to get expelled because those credits don't transfer. So please beat my ass, but just know I'm going to win because I got the president in my pocket and I got professors in my pocket. And I did. I knew the president on a first name basis. We're actually cool.
Damn.
And I stood there and I said, go ahead. So make me look like a punk in front of everybody. Hit me hard. But just know when you do, you're done here.
It's over.
And I just stood there. And part of me is like, this dude might rock me.
Yeah.
You know, and then part of me was like, but you better make good on your promise if he does, Chuck. And I said, bro, I already know what to do. And I had witnesses that were there, and I was just waiting. And one of his boys like, man, hit this fool, bro. And the other one was like, yo, bro, nah, dude. He's like, yo, it ain't worth it, man. He a punk. He gonna snitch. He a punk. I'm like, yeah, I am, man. I was just like, And then they dip, and one of my boys was like, bro, I wouldn't even thought of that. And one of my frat brothers was like, he's like, damn, son, I'm trying to be like you. Why? He was like, bro, you really do have the president in your pocket. I'm like, damn straight, bro. And that would have been the second person I called. I'd have called the cops, the university police, and then I would have called the president and be like, I have a situation. I didn't fight back, but I want to press charges to the collegiate state. I wouldn't press state charges. I want those dudes to go to jail.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna let you be embarrassed. So when you go home, it's like, what happened? I hit somebody. Did he hit back? No, he just took it and got me expelled. I go, oh, great. So you lost to a politician. Yeah. Because that's what it is. Smart dudes don't hit back.
Yeah.
That's why, like, when I watch games, I'm like, yo, I would be the hardest soft player. Why? Because if I'm in a basketball game, you get hit, but you don't hit back, you don't get kicked out the game. Mm-mm. But it's always like, I can't be seen as a punk.
Or fined or anything. Yeah.
And I remember there was that one game, I remember Ron Artest, when he wasn't playing for the Lakers, got fined and got tossed because he came at Kobe Bryant. And Kobe Bryant just had his hands up, looking to the side. And Ron Artest's face, his forehead is all in his grill, in his chest. And Kobe's just standing there, backing up, being pushed back. And the ref grabbed and separated him. And then, boop, fine, tech, ejected. And Kobe's still in the game. I'm like, bro, smart.
You lost, bro.
I'm like, you
lost.
gotta think, dude. I'm like, there's certain things you do and don't do. You know, I'm like, unless there's a gun in my face, bro. I'm like, bro, you gotta think of where you are and where your surroundings. But I'm always thinking, how do we get to that next place, man? And I'm always like, yo, be smart with your surroundings. Don't get arrested. Don't put yourself in a place. Bro, I'm like, nope. I'm like, I don't go out at night in certain spots. I'm like, why? Because I'll be the one dude that gets arrested. And half the time, I got dressed like this, bro. So I don't get pulled over, man. I'm telling you. I'm like, yo, wear a suit. And you'd be surprised, one, how people treat you differently. And two, cops don't. Bro, I have never, ever gotten pulled over. I've been pulled over at least more than 16 times in my entire life, maybe 20, and not once. I've gotten a few tickets, but not one of the times that I got a ticket was I dressed in a suit or properly. It was always I was in jeans and a tee, hoodie, sweats. Never. I got pulled over one time like this in work clothes, and I got let go. He's like, "What?" I said, "Officer, I'm like, I have a presentation for my students. I know I shouldn't be speeding. I'm so sorry. I'm just trying to make it there. It's a very important day." He's like, listen, I get it. But your students don't need you dead. I was like, you're right, officer. I'm sorry. I was like, what can I do? I'll slow down. What can I do to speed this up? You know, is there anything? He goes, no. He goes, just slow down. All right? I said, you got it, officer.
Dude.
And that's it, because, certain officers are cool. Certain assholes. I think that's everywhere. There's firefighters, cool ones, assholes. Teachers, cool ones, assholes. People, cool ones, assholes. Students, cool ones, assholes. Comedians, cool ones, assholes. Servers, cool ones, assholes. No matter what, you got some people who are cool. Dude, church, I don't care what you say. There's some people at church that are super cool, and there's some people at church that are a-holes. Certain pastors like, yo, man, that's the man. And certain pastors, you be like, that dude was a bit of an a-hole. God, how you gonna talk to people like that? It's like, yo, there's good and bad in everywhere. The only people that can get away with it are kids, because they don't know as much. Like, yo, that kid's an a-hole, bro. You know, but that's it. Pets, they can be good and a-holes, bro. It's like, so all around, man. All around. But dude, I'm definitely down to do this again. It was dope, bro.
Yeah,
keep putting this up, man. We're gonna make some things happen, bro.
Yeah, dude. You gotta sign my wall.
Oh no, I got the Sharpie here, bro. I didn't forget. I got it by my phone on purpose so I can see it and write it in.
Dude, I really appreciate you coming over here and taking time out of your day. Are you going Thursday?
No. And I'll tell you once we wrap up.
Yeah. Well, y'all catch me at Dead Crow Comedy on Thursday night. This Thursday, I'll be there. And this podcast is brought to you by Womack Electrical Contractors. If you need any kind of electrical work done, call Wesley Womack, 910-231-7679. Thank you, everybody. Oh, I don't have a camera over there. Thank you, everybody who listened, everybody who watches on YouTube. And thank
Dude,
you.
I wish you would have told me this earlier. I would have been plugging like throughout. I would have just been saying mad BS on electrical stuff. Like, yo, if you need electrical work, I remember when this went down, but I got electrical work done like that. I wish you would have told me.
Now
I
you
put
know,
that
dude.
in, bro.
Now
Oh
you
no,
know.
now I know.
Paid advertiser of the podcast.
Oh, that's what's
Yeah,
up.
hell
What? Say
yeah.
it again.
What? Paid advertiser?
No. Who is that?
Oh, Wesley Womack at
Wes-
Womack Electrical Contractors. Yeah.
Wesley Womack of
Yeah.
Womack Electrical.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
I like that.
910-231-7679, baby. I'm
Wesley
trying to get him
Womack,
over
that's what's
here.
up.
I'm trying to get him over here so we can write and get like a little, like a
Right.
structure to the advertisement.
Bump that. How about
Yeah.
what you should? But here's the nice kicker: when he comes in, have him do some electrical work, like some simple stuff, like, oh, this is how you do this, that, and the third.
Dude, I should have him
And you
wire
don't
up
have-
something here, like some cool.
It's like, this is how you don't electrocute yourself. I'm like, oh, like that's the wrong way. That's the dumb way. This
Yeah.
is the correct procedure. Like,
Yeah.
oh, like how not to blow up your car. Oh, all right. This is a positive and a negative. Yeah, they don't go in the same spot. Oh, I didn't know that. I was gonna put them both here. Can I put it in water? Like, no. If you put it in water, chances are we won't see you again.
You die.
It's like, oh, like if you put it in water, you meet Jesus. If you don't put it in water, you get to hang out with us a whole lot more. Like, oh, okay, all right. So you got to pick one, us or Jesus right away, never us again. Like, oh no, we'll stay around a little longer. Stay away from water, bro.
Yeah. Don't touch any wires,
Yeah.
son.
Yeah, don't take the fork and try to stick it in stuff.
In the socket.
No, plastic is your friend. Okay.
Sporks.
Yeah, there you go.
Plastic
Oh
sporks.
man, I'm going on.
Dude,
that.
I appreciate it.
All day,
You're the man. Thank you guys for listening. Hunt for Greatness podcast.